field he goes. Stiff bomb to the 40, to the 30, to the 20, and down the sideline. The Marauders in the end zone. Touchdown. Turner breaks through the line and down the sideline. He goes to the end zone. Touchdown. Looking option, pitches left. Oh, it's fumbled the card, and now hit is down for a loss of a yard. Here's a snap, a screen pass out of the backfield, coming to the left-hand side. Marauders all over him and down for a loss. From the right side, looking for a block, getting outside across midfield to the 45, and off to the races he goes. Quarterback looks to throw, is up and picked up by the Marauders down the left sideline, headed to the end zone. Here's a snap and handoff, sweeps on left-hand side with blockers to midfield to the 40. To the right side, and they got a big hole once again to the 30-yard line. It turned and making a move. Snap, looking right, throw right, it's intercepted by the Marauders, and he's going to take it to the house. Hello everyone, welcome to Mingus Marauder Football here on KYBC AM 1600 along with Jackie Bessler. I'm Zach Landra. Tonight, the Marauders at home on Senior Appreciation Night with the Camp Verde Cowboys in town. Cowboys coming off a big win, JB. They're fired up and ready to go in this Verde Valley rivalry.
Well, it looks like the Mingus Marauders looking to end their winning streak of one. They come into tonight 1-8 with a big win, 42-14 against Gray Hills Academy last week.
Big win. Anytime you get a win, that's a good thing. And for Camp Verde, better last week than this week, I guess, because the Mingus Marauders, coming off of back-to-back losses, JB, have still held on to the number 7 spot in the playoff seedings, which would mean a home game next week right here at Mingus High School. So interesting how things work. Last week, one of the craziest weeks that we've seen in high school football with Division 4. We saw the number 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 ranked teams all lose on the same weekend.
Right, and number 11 Winslow with a win over Monument Valley jumped all the way to 6th.
Right, but now tonight they play number 1 Blue Ridge, so they're probably going to drop all the way back down to about 11 again, we think, or somewhere in that range.
Well, very possibly. How this works and how the formula works, I asked Coach Young about it. I've asked several people. I know the AIA has been asked, and it seems to be a big, giant mystery.
Yeah, we don't tell you.
Right. Right. We'll tell you at the end of the season.
At the end of the season, when it's all said and done, then we'll let you know what the plan is. That sounds familiar.
In fact, we'll even let you know how we're going to modify the plan for next year.
Yeah, right. Well, I saw that they're putting a little gamble, Jackie. I mean, maybe don't listen. They're putting a little gamble into the playoff tickets now. You can gamble that your team's going to make it far in the playoffs and buy a playoff package,
right,
for like $90 or something,
right.
And if you lose in the first round, oh well. And if you make it all the way, it ends up saving you like $70 altogether for a package, a family pack of 4.
Right, exactly, which would be absolutely wonderful if you knew you were going that far. But
right.
Yeah.
Those first round upsets, and you go, whoa, it cost me $90 to go to the football game.
I know. It didn't cost that much for Nebraska tickets, right?
So anyhow, playoffs are a big thing looming in here in the near future. Next week, the playoffs start, and for the Marauders, a win tonight, we think, should keep them at least around number 7, which would be a home playoff game. So even with back-to-back losses, the Marauders are holding on here, JB.
Well, here's how it goes. Looks like Blue Ridge is going to match up with number 6 Winslow in the final game. We expect Blue Ridge will be able to win that one. Winslow should move back down, possibly. Should move out of the top 8 since there isn't a whole bunch of room between number 6 and number 10 as far as numbers are concerned and rating numbers. Number 2, Sholo, should have an easy time with El Chase 0-9 here tonight. Seton Catholic is on the road. Snowflake has a pretty easy game against Safford. Australia Foothills should be able to close out with a victory. Mingus looking to win here tonight. Monument Valley right behind us. That one is key and crucial. They're going to play Window Rock, who is number 18, and obviously playing for their playoff life. But They have a 4-5 record. River Valley is playing Mojave with a 4-5 record. Buckeye is playing Yunker with a 4-5 record. We're playing a team with a 1-9 record. So the question is whether or not victories over those 4-5 teams will get them to jump the Mingus Marauders. So obviously, we could move up to 6th and stay there. We could stay at 7, getting jumped by Monument Valley or something like that. Maybe if 2 teams jump us, River Valley jumps us, now we're down to 8. If 3 teams jump us, we're on the road.
You know, and it does, you know, people say 7-8, who cares? What's the big difference? Well, you know what the big difference is your second round opponent isn't the number 1 team in the state.
Right.
It's the number 2 team in the state. but that makes a big difference. So, you know, I mean, if you think about it, Lakeside Blue Ridge lost the championship not last year, but the year before, and that was their only loss of the season. The year before, they were undefeated state champs. Last year, they were undefeated state champs. This team's got 1 loss in 4 years now. Right,
very true. And Mingus has played them to the closest score they have had since they've lost. Quite honestly, 16-13 the first game of the season, although that was their second game. It was Mingus's first. Yeah, I think it was. Now, the question is do you want to see Lakeside Blue Ridge because you've already seen them?
Nope.
Or do you want to see Sholo, who you have not seen yet?
Sure, let's check them all out. That's what we did last year.
Well, you know, that is true.
However, well,
Mingus so far has not boded well. With a very finer record. I know that was poor English, but it does not have a very good record against White Mountain teams now, 0-5, including playoffs.
Well, then they ought to bring a better boat next time. I mean, you're going up to the lakeside. I mean, that's what it's called, lakeside floor, because they got lakes up there. I mean, we were in Snowflake because it was cold.
Right.
Sholo.
What?
Sholo. Oh,
Sholo.
I have to figure that one out. There's got to be something that was Sholo, too.
It has to do with gambling.
There you go. So, back to that subject. But anyhow, that's what we did last year. We played all 3 White Mountain teams last year, 2 on our schedule, Snowflake and Lakeside Blue Ridge, and then saw Sholo in the playoffs. However, that was the first round of the playoffs, and it was at Sholo. If we were to see Sholo again this year, it would be at, I believe, at Paradise Valley High School, although it might be North Canyon, but I think the side of the bracket we'd be in was the Paradise Valley side. I'm not sure on that, but we'll find out for sure on that here as we go on. But so I think that makes a difference also. Instead of going all the way up to the White Mountains again, you play them on a neutral site, and I think that makes a difference.
Well, we'll find out tomorrow exactly what will happen as the coaches give us a call. Let us know who our first round opponent should be in the playoffs. Mingus has solidified a playoff position no matter what happens here tonight, but obviously I think it's huge to get a home game in the first round.
Right, you don't want to go to Monument Valley next week.
Oh my gosh, no.
Or even like Empire or something that's real far.
I'd have to rent a car again.
All right, fans, let's take a quick break right here. This is Mingus Marauder football. They've got the seniors out on the field tonight. It's Senior Appreciation Night, the final regular season game of the year. So they've got the football players, the cheerleaders, the sports med guys, the band, I'm sure. Anybody like that that's a part of Mingus Marauder football. It's a senior this year. They're out on the field being recognized by their fans. Camp Verde is in town. Not many of them, but Camp Verde is in town here for tonight's ball game, coming off their first win of the season. Cowboys now at 1-8. The Marauders coming off of back-to-back losses, JB, sit at 6-3 and look to pick up a win here, gain a little confidence, get themselves playing well as they head into the playoffs next week, where we hope to be right here in the friendly confines of the cave. We'll be back to Mingus High School for more of the pregame show coming up after this.
Your life, it's all out in front of you. Your future, wide open. Come and get it. Degrees that transfer, programs that train for jobs. Yavapai College. Life explored. It's a big world. So many places to go and things to see. Experiences you've dreamed of. They can all start close to home. Degrees that transfer, programs that train for jobs. Yavapai College. Life explored.
Keep your vehicle on the road and running right for less with Reese's Tire in Cottonwood. The Reese's Tire Car Care Club Card never expires, and you'll save almost $475 off car care services. For only $89.95, you'll get 4 free oil changes, plus discounts on brakes, AC service, batteries, and of course, savings on tires too.
Come into Reese's Tire and Auto and ask us about our Car Care Club Card.
At 2435 East State Route 89A in Cottonwood.
Each year, the faces change, yet the will to test one's passion remains the same. A courage that fosters a sense of pride in each of us. Keeping that pride strong and healthy is our job.
That hurts a lot, huh?
World-class therapists, nurses, and orthopedic surgeons focused on keeping our athletes in the game. From prevention, diagnosis, treatment, and the latest in non-invasive surgical techniques, you can feel confident that we're on the sideline, ready when you need us.
Would you rather recycle like this or like this? Clean recycling processes over 95% of the materials collected as opposed to under 20% with other processes. Just add a recycling container and your recycling materials end up recycled instead of in the landfill. Just one of the many reasons Taylor Waste has been voted #1 for the past 9 years in a row.
Hi, I'm Chris Taylor, owner of Taylor Waste. We're proud to serve our friends and neighbors with service tailored to your needs.
Back at Mingus High School, the Marauders still out on the field being introduced. The seniors being introduced here tonight. And we want to take a look back at last week's game, Jackie. The Marauders on the road at Snowflake, one of those White Mountain teams where, unfortunately, the Marauders are 0-5 against the White Mountains here in these last 2 years. And last week was no different. A game that the Marauders hung around. They were in. As a matter of fact, they were leading at one point in the game. And I think, weren't they leading? I think we took a lead, didn't we?
No. 7-3 at one point.
We were up by...
We're up by 4 in the first quarter.
It was 7-3 us, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I forget. It's only a week ago.
I tried to block it out.
It was so bad the whole ride home, thinking, oh, my gosh, we're dropping out of the top. Anyhow, 37-17 was the final. But the Marauders were in that game and only down by 3 or 4 points or something in the third quarter. And then in the fourth quarter, it kind of started to get away from the Marauders. And then once it started to snowball, it really rolled downhill.
It did. In fact, the last 3 touchdowns were scored by Snowflake and the Lobos. And so Mingus just not able to overcome that final push there by the Lobos. Defensively, we kind of just fell apart out there, but at the end, at halftime, it was 10-3. Mingus was still in that ball game without a doubt. At the end of the third quarter, Mingus was still down by 3 and in the ball game. But it was the fourth quarter. It was the 21 unanswered points at the end of the game that Mingus was just not able to overcome. And you know what? It was the way I saw it, and we'll get a chance to get Coach Young's very brief opinion on it, but, it wasn't so much that Snowflake beat us. A lot of times
Mingus didn't play very well.
No, we fell apart. We
the offense.
Yeah.
We made note of that throughout the night last week.
Yeah, and defensively, we fell apart as well, which has been our strong suit.
Didn't play as well as we played against Prescott defensively. I mean, Prescott scored 17 points, shut us out 17-0, but our defense held their ground in the red zone time after time after time. I think it was at least twice that Prescott started a drive with first and goal, and it didn't score.
Right.
So the Marauder defense did a nice job 2 weeks ago against Prescott, and then went up to the White Mountains, up to Snowflake last week, and kind of, one thing for sure that we noticed last week was the quarterback Walden, pretty good player, but when he dropped back to pass, Jack Gabe was just waiting until somebody comes open and, no, come over here, run over this. No, I got a little time. Go ahead and go back over that side. Okay, there you are. And that's what they kept doing. That and the big play, obviously, was the fake punt that they threw over the middle to the guy that was wide open, and it was almost over his head, but he did make the catch and ends up with a big first down and actually scored a touchdown on it, and that was it. That's when things really started to go wrong for the Marauders.
And Mingus, the coaching staff knew it was coming. Mingus just couldn't react and respond to it quickly enough.
Over the middle.
Yeah, that was tough. He should be blocking that kid at the line anyway, so he can't run down and, crush your return guy. But nonetheless, fundamental mistakes, and Mingus made way too many of them. Snowflake played a rather mistake-free game, even though...
No, they played well.
And Mingus had the first 2 turnovers in the game. 2 takeaways, rather.
I think it's a secret battle up there in the White Mountains, but nobody wants to be the first one to lose to Mingus.
Well, that could be. We have an easterly affliction.
Yeah, right. No, I know, and they've got to know that, and they've got to be thinking that up there. Mingus was the big team from 4A2 that was coming into their division now. It's a team that is a perennial playoff team and goes to the championship game every once in a while, a couple times every decade at least it seems, and came down to their division, and they wanted to show us that they're still the big boys on the block, and right now I got to give it to them. We haven't been able to beat any of them, so can't say that they're not the big boys on top, especially Lakeside Blue Ridge, who, as we said, has lost one game in the last 4 years.
And it was to Sholo.
To Sholo in the championship.
Exactly. Speaking of
by a point or two.
I know. Speaking of that, if you take a look at the top 4 teams right now, you almost mimic the Final Four from last year's tournament.
Right.
Blue Ridge, Sholo, and Seton were all there, except Florence was the long dark horse, if you will, that Sholo took out. Blue Ridge took out Seton last year in the quarters, or in the semis, and then went on to beat Sholo in the finals. So, that'll be interesting. However, it all starts with a victory here tonight. Mingus has got to turn things back around and get the win column clicking again in the positive direction.
Well, if you remember, there was a big loss in the last game of the season last year for the Marauders.
I forget those things.
That sent them to Sholo for the first round of the playoffs. So that was the first time that Camp Verde has ever beaten the Marauders, and it was last year in a game that ends up sending Mingus up to Sholo. I mean, if you look over the history of this rivalry, the Marauders have dominated from day one. Last year was just a perfect storm. Camp Verde had a loaded squad, a lot of seniors. It was the best team that they've had in decades. Mingus was down a little bit, and Camp Verde took advantage of it and came up with a big win, and it was the first time ever that the Camp Verde Cowboys have beaten the Marauders, and that is something that has been talked about amongst this Mingus Marauder football team this year, and probably just right now and moments ago in the locker room down below us.
Oh, I have absolutely no doubts about it. Camp Verde at halftime was leading 21-17. At the end of the third quarter, it was still close, 28-24, and they ran away with it at the end of the game, although between the two teams last year, only 10 first downs. So, I mean, it was big play after big play after big play, and at some particular, in fact, Camp Verde scored the first 14 points of the game. Mingus came back to tie it at that point, and Camp Verde had 149 passing yards last year, 207 rushing yards from Cody Rayburn. Holy cow. And he was slithery.
He was good.
He was definitely good, as Camp Verde put up almost 500 yards on the Mingus Marauders last year. Mingus only had 57 passing yards, 221 yards on the ground last year, led by Josh Longfellow with 114 yards and some phenomenal runs, big hits if you got in his way. The turnover battle was won by Camp Verde, as they were +2 in the turnover column last year. So Mingus did not particularly play well on the road at Camp Verde, and I think it was a definite shot because all through the 80s, Mingus was just absolutely dominant over Camp Verde, and of course we just started playing them again as we moved to Division 4, and they changed all of the all of the scheduling for all the teams.
Way back in the 80s, JV. Remember those days?
Yeah, I was in high school. Although my medication does help me forget games like that last year.
Wow. Well, that's good. You need something, huh?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, fans, let's take a quick break right here, and we'll see if we can get JB medicated. We'll be back for more of the pregame show coming up here from Mingus High School. Camp Verde Cowboys in town, and, man, a lot of seniors here tonight. They're just rolling through them. There's still more out there to be introduced, and we will play football tonight. That's the weird thing, is that the teams are ordinarily out here warming up at this point, so I wonder if they're going to be a little delay here tonight, JB. We may have to go break into our stand-up routine.
Oh, that's true. That's true. I've learned, don't take the blue pill.
We'll be back to Mingus High School after this.
Marauders fans, take note. Renegade Steakhouse is the place to enjoy good food, good friends, and good times. From Wrangler's Prime Rib to Cowboy Caviar, and from Cactus Fries to Cowboy Burgers, it's all here waiting for you. I'm Ty Stite, inviting you to visit us at Renegade Steakhouse, where we do things with a style all our own.
It's nice to see so many familiar faces.
Enjoying great Sears prices.
Sears Hometown Stores, where you'll find that great Sears quality and new Sears availability at the lowest prices guaranteed. We're like your father's Sears store, but a whole lot more. If it's not on our shelf, it's right here online, and we'll have it delivered to your front door. Plus, we have the largest selection of home appliances in the industry, including the top 10 national brands. Sears Hometown Stores, we're in your neighborhood.
Two things we can count on every year.
A new set of tax rules and great weather here in northern Arizona.
Jackson Hewitt Tax Service, locally owned and operated by Lewis Rice since 1997, is here for you all year long.
Your neighborhood Jackson Hewitt Tax Office will help you in all of your taxing situations.
Electronic filing is always free with your tax preparation at Jackson Hewitt Tax Service.
Get more in return. Call 1-800-234-1040 for an office near you.
Your local Taco Bell invites you to live Moss. Try the Doritos Locos Tacos today, made with a shell of real nacho cheese Dorito chips. Convenient hours, drive-through, and open late every night. Visit your local Taco Bell, located on the corner of Highway 89A and Cove Parkway in Cottonwood. Taco Bell. Live Moss.
Back at Mingus High School, along with Jackie Bessler, I'm Zach Calandra. Mingus Marauder football here on KYBC AM 1600. Also seen on Verde Valley TV, Cable Channel 2 on Cable 1 and Suddenlink Cable Systems.
Good job.
Thanks.
You can also see it at verdevalleytv.com. In fact, you can check out.
That's on demand, right?
On demand. Mm-hmm. Yes. Play now.
Well, not right now.
Well, okay.
Maybe not even tonight.
Well,
probably tomorrow.
Tomorrow. There we go. As soon as you can see it on television, that'll work, right?
There you go. All right. Well, JB, Camp Verde in town here today. We've got some matchups for the Mingus Marauders and the Camp Verde Cowboys. Some familiar teams that they've played against, some similar rivalries. And here we go for our fans watching on TV. You can see that the records here, the Marauders 6-3 and Camp Verde coming in at 1-8. So, and here's a look at our game comparison of common opponents tonight. The Marauders 54-0 over Payson, 50-0 over Chino Valley. Camp Verde lost to both Payson and Chino Valley. Payson 41-21, Chino Valley 48-12. So these are teams that the Marauders dominated that both beat Camp Verde pretty well.
Well, that's true. Camp Verde lost also this year to Sedona, which they certainly didn't want to do. And they lost to Cortez. That made Cortez's first win of the season. And since that time, Cortez has picked up a second win over Sequoia Charter.
You talk about those little things that make a difference when you're talking about hundredths of a point for a playoff position. That's one. Cortez has 2 wins.
Right.
Last year they had 1, and the year before they had, and the year before that they didn't have any.
Right. 4 years in a row. In fact, they had gone 46. They 0-46, and now they have 2 wins in one season. That's fantastic.
Yeah, helps us.
Yeah, man, good job for the Colts.
And Camp Verde lost to Sedona this year.
Yes.
Like you said, Chino Valley, who's got 1 win, I think, on the season, and so it's been a rough year for Camp Verde.
Oh, no doubt. It certainly has. It is a rebuilding year, and we're going to see a lot of underclassmen playing on this squad for Camp Verde, and it's one of the smallest squads we have seen. A one-page roster, which is not typical for a high school squad. But you know, interesting enough, they will put some youngsters on the field, and it looks like the line may have a little bit of size out there as well for Camp Verde.
Yeah, they've got some big kids. Ironically, those aren't the ones that they have starting, at least. Got a 300-pound kid out there, JB. He's a big, thick kid, but he's not one of their starters. And you look at that roster that they give us, and it is a one-page roster, and it's not even a full page, it doesn't look like. And then as the coach gets done giving me his starting lineup, he goes ahead and crosses off 8 guys off of that small roster to begin with. So these guys really don't have a lot of depth, I guess is the best way to put it.
Well, we don't have a lot of stats on them. We haven't been able to find a lot of stats on Camp Verde. You know, we know what their record is. We know how many points they've given up. They've only scored 109 points during the course of the season, a little less than 10 per game, and have given up 342 points this season. Boy, that is a lot of points.
35 points a game, pretty much.
I know. Mingus has only given up 117 points, and 54 of them were in the last 2 games.
Right.
Mingus has scored 273 points on the season, so obviously those stats right there indicate that Mingus should have the advantage here offensively and defensively against the Camp Verde Cowboys. What we do know about them with such a small squad, though, Zach, is man, if you're playing both ways and every game, and some of these kids, probably played a lot of JV time as well, the advantage goes to the Mingus Marauders in the second half when they start to tire out.
They got one kid that goes 6 ways.
6 ways?
Yep, goes 6 ways. It's number 22, Doug Ashley. He is a running back, a safety, a punter, a place kicker, not the kicker, a place kicker, a kick returner, and a punt returner. So he does 6 different things out on the football field.
And he serves sandwiches at halftime.
Wow, cool. I hope he's coming this way.
No kidding. Well, I got a chance to talk with Coach Young on the sideline a little bit as we took a look at, last week's game, a brief look at that one, and then what does this game mean for the Mingus Marauders? Let's head back to the studio truck and see if we can pull up down to the field and pick up that interview. And here we are, sideline with Coach Bob Young of the Mingus Marauders, getting ready for the Mingus Marauders and the Camp Verde Cowboys here tonight. I'm going to take you back in time, Coach Young, back to a time not so pretty. Last Friday night against Snowflake. Man, holy cow, at the end of the third quarter, I thought we were still in that ball game, but somehow it slipped out of our grasp.
I thought of all the games we played this year, that was the worst we played all year. And, not to discredit Snowflake, they're a fine football team, but, we beat ourselves last week. They did a great job, but we just didn't play well.
Well, and obviously, now what do we attribute that to? Is there a problem, an affliction with the cold weather?
I hope not, because it's going to be cold the rest of the year. We watch film, break down film. It's just fundamentals, blocking and tackling. It goes back to the basics. We didn't do a very good job of that last week.
Could it be the full moon? There is a full moon tonight.
I don't buy into all that stuff. I think I'm an old school guy. We just need to do a better job fundamentally with our steps and footwork and stuff like that.
Well, here we are tonight. Obviously, last year, the Mingus Marauders upset by the Camp Verde Cowboys, who had a phenomenal squad last year. This year, the squad's a little depleted, 1-9. Is the team looking for a little revenge?
Well, I don't know you call it revenge, but, it still stings last year's game. And, Camp Verde had a great team, but it's a rivalry game, and I don't care what their record is and ours. They're going to try to beat our brains in, and we're going to try to do the same.
Now, here tonight with a 1-9 record as we go into playoffs, how do you think that affects us with the standings, holding on to a number 7 seed, and yet 8, 9, and 10, all those teams still playing. They're playing tonight against teams that are 4 and 5. We're playing a 1-9 team. How do you think that's going to affect us?
I have no idea. All I know is, we need to win, and we'll find out in the morning. That formula is way too past me to figure it out. So I just know we need to win tonight.
Well, certainly understand that. Anything particular that we're looking to work on? Let me guess, the basics, right?
Blocking and tackling.
Got it. Certainly understand that. Well, Coach, good luck to you here tonight. And anybody that you would prefer to see in the first round?
Just as long as we're playing, I would really like to have a home game. Anybody at home, I'll take right now.
All right. Now, of course, we'd prefer not to see a White Mountain team in the first round.
Well, I'm pretty sure if we played at home, we wouldn't see them because they're going to be the top 4 seeds. So,
well, very likely. Coach, good luck to you here tonight. Enjoy the game, and we'll head back to the booth.
Verde Valley Connections is your source for primary medical care.
Verde Valley Connections is here for you. We're taking new patients every day. Just give us a call and we'll set you up with an appointment, or stop in and we'll try to work you in.
We'll take the time to get to know you.
And if you need a prescription, our pharmacy is right here in the lobby.
Whether you're new in town or just don't have a primary care connection,
Verde Valley Connections is here for you.
Call 634-2236 and ask for Connections.
Welcome to the Cottonwood Recreation Center. We would like to invite you to come on in.
Come on in.
Our whole team is here to help you get the most out of each workout here at the Cottonwood Recreation Center.
Service, convenience, price. Taylor Waste is locally owned and voted #1 in residential garbage collection for the past 8 years in a row. And right now, new customers will enjoy 2 months free service with your switch to Taylor Waste. Add an extra container and take part in Taylor Waste's popular clean recycling program as well.
Hi, I'm Chris Taylor, owner of Taylor Waste. We're proud to serve our friends and neighbors with service tailored to your needs.
Your local Taco Bell invites you to live Moss. Try the Doritos Locos Tacos today, made with a shell of real nacho cheese Dorito chips. Convenient hours, drive-through, and open late every night. Visit your local Taco Bell, located on the corner of Highway 89A and Cove Parkway in Cottonwood. Taco Bell. Live Moss.
Back at Mingus High School, the Camp Verde Cowboys in town. A big rematch game from last year when the Camp Verde Cowboys won and sent the Marauders on the road in the playoffs. Camp Verde Cowboys could somehow miraculously pull off a win here tonight, JB. I'd do the same thing. Send the Marauders on the road in the playoffs. That's the unspeakable. I don't even know why I'm speaking of it. What's going on here? The Marauders did win the toss, and they have decided to defer, and they will kick the ball off to start this football game. And the Marauders need to get going early. They need to start building some confidence after back-to-back losses. This is a team that needs to get the ball moving with their offense. That's the thing that's been stagnant here the last couple of weeks. Defense played real well at Prescott. Played okay last week against Snowflake until the letdown there towards the end of the game. But the offense has been the thing that's been sluggish for the Marauders. They need to get the ball moving down the field. They need to do it both with the run game and with the passing game. You mentioned to me before tonight's broadcast that Luke Simmons is already over 1,000 yards passing on the season, so we know he can get that done. We'd like to see the Marauders get fluid, get things going, to feel good about themselves as we head into the playoffs. And we want to see that offense start clicking a little bit like it was here a couple weeks ago.
Certainly so. Luke Simmons had 765 passing yards last year as a junior. As a senior, that was in 11 games, by the way. As a senior, he has surpassed 1,000 yards, 1,043 here in 9 complete games. And his favorite target is Alex Brewer, a senior also.
Not a bad pick.
He's got 500 receiving yards on the season, and we learned during the demonstration on the field with senior night here tonight that he is looking to go into the United States Navy, looking to be a SEAL.
Yeah, going hunting down Osama bin Laden's. Here's the kickoff, and it goes right off the face mask of one of the up men there for the Camp Verde Cowboys, and they will cover it up, and Camp Verde will start the game, first down and 10. From their own 33-yard line. Looks like they're going to leave the ball right there at the 33. And kind of a line drive kick, JB. Bounced once and hit a guy right in the face, and he jumped on it, and that's where the Cowboys will start.
That hurts a lot less in football than it does baseball.
Sure does. You see that guy from the Giants last night, the pitcher from the Giants, get hit in the head. I'm sorry, it was the pitcher from the Tigers get hit in the head with a line drive?
Oh, my gosh, no.
Yeah, stayed in the game. He's all right. Said, oh, hit me in the head. That's a good spot. Here's the pump fake, and looking to go down the field, and the ball is up and nearly tipped away, or was tipped away. It's nearly intercepted, and then finally tipped away. Seneca was the player that got back to make the defensive play for the Mingus Marauders. The intended receiver is 22, Doug Ashley. Quarterback Kyle Lobaugh, a senior, 6'1", 200, came out firing on first down, JB. Feeling good about himself after the big win last week.
Well, trying to get up on the Mingus Marauders real quick and try to catch them napping perhaps in the secondary.
Yeah, the Marauder secondary scares me a little bit, Jackie. Second down and 10. Here's a snap, and the Cowboys will look to run, coming off the right side, trying to go off tackle, and there's a fumble on the play, and the Marauders are saying, we've got it, and the officials are saying, no, you don't. And instead, it's going to be a loss of 3 back to the 30-yard line, bringing up third down and 13 here for the Cowboys on the opening drive of the game.
That's Doug Ashley running the ball, number 22. He is the six-way player you were talking about.
Yeah, they said he does everything, Jackie, and apparently he does. They've thrown the ball to him. He's run the ball, and we expect him to punt here after this down.
Hey, Northern Arizona Rehabilitation and Fitness injury report.
Oh, no.
We learned that Broyles is going to have his knee surgery in December.
Good. Get him healthy. Waiting the snap. Lobon rolls to his right, under pressure, throws high and away from his intended receiver, and it falls incomplete, bringing up 4th down, 4th and 13 now for the Cowboys. A 3 and out for that Marauder defense, so it looks like they're getting their game going here early tonight, and let's see if we can get that ball back and get the offense moving it down the field.
Well, certainly hope so. If I can continue that injury report, good news, Navarez should be coming back. He got the cast off.
That helps the secondary.
Yep, he'll be coming back next week for playoffs.
And here's Ashley's kick. It is high and angled towards the Marauder sideline. Bounces once, taken by Garcia at the 28. Garcia down the left sideline, breaks a tackle, still on the loose, to midfield. Garcia out in the open field to 40, to 35, one man to be at the 30. And now he's in trouble. He's going to be caught and tackled at the 28-yard line. Looks like the punter, Doug Ashley, also made the tackle and tried to take it the long way that time, JB. He started at the 28, came down the left sideline, saw things closing up down that sideline, thought maybe if I break it all the way across the field, it's another 54 yards, then I could get to the other corner and get into the end zone. Ashley said, how about we just stop right here? And the Marauders have great field position, 1st down and 10 to start their opening drive at their opponent's 28.
Well, great job by Garcia. He was running out of room here on the near sideline, tried to find more green space.
Here's Luke Simmons, the Marauder quarterback, taking the snap, and he'll hand off to the left-hand side. It's Dakota Hanks, the fullback, behind McGarden, between the tackle, and he jumps across the 25-yard line, and looks like they're marking right on the 25. A gain of about 3 for Mingus, bringing up 2nd down and 7.
Well, coming in and taking the knees out, it was Josh Loza, the linebacker, senior, 5'10", 175 pounds.
Tyler Herndon in the backfield along with Hanks, and here's a handoff going to the right-hand side. This time they're going to try Herndon, and Herndon's going to have a couple more yards, but shy of a first. They're going to mark him at about the 21. Need to get to the 18, so it's going to be 3rd down, and so they got him at the 22, so it's going to be 3rd and 4.
Well, Herndon had a great start to the game. The last 2 games, he has been rather quiet in the backfield.
Herndon in motion from right to left, and the handoff going to Hanks up the middle, and he's got a 1st down and more. Hanks to the end zone, touchdown, Marauders! 9:45 left in the opening quarter of play, and Mingus with a short field punches it in with a touchdown run from Dakota Hanks, and Mingus on top now, 6-0 early with the extra point attempt from Gilberto Carrera coming up right here.
Well, 21 yards and a pretty easy scamper. Got a last-minute block by Brewer on the far side.
Here's a snap, hold by Tanner Karen, and the kick is up, and the kick is good. The Marauders lead 7-0, 9:45 left, opening quarter. We'll be back with the Mingus kickoff coming up after this.
Your life, it's all out in front of you. Your future, wide open. Come and get it. Degrees that transfer, programs that train for jobs. Yavapai College. Life explored. It's a big world. So many places to go and things to see. Experiences you've dreamed of. They can all start close to home. Degrees that transfer, programs that train for jobs. Yavapai College. Life explored.
Back at Mingus High School, Jair Jacobo in the kickoff for the Mingus Marauders for the 2nd time. Marauders defense gets 3 and out. The offense goes 3 and in.
I like that.
7-0, the Marauders lead. Here's a high kickoff by Jacobo. Will be fielded at the 10-yard line by Ashley. Ashley looking to bring it to the right side of the field in front of the Marauder bench. Hit, breaks free. Now he cuts it to the middle of the field behind blockers again and finally tackled out around the 32. 1st down and 10. Cowboys, a little better field position this time. Offense didn't do much last time. Let's see what they're going to do here.
Well, he shows that he can certainly be elusive in open space, huh?
Yeah, it makes you wonder, though, a kid like that, JB. I mean, I know this is his last game of the season, so, you know, you got time to rest tomorrow. But you figure a kid like that does everything is going to wear down as the game progresses.
Well, that's been the story. That's really the only thing I've heard about the Camp Verde Cowboys. I mean, they're just flat run out of gas in the fourth quarter.
Right, play hard and then lose it. All right, here we go. First down and 10 play, and they're going to hand off. No, the quarterback's going to keep it, not fooling the Marauders. It was that Gregson. Is that Gregson that's back in? He was on our Northern Arizona Rehab and Fitness Injury Report last week, but he's back in the game here tonight and making a play in the backfield. No, they're going to say that it's going to be a gain of 1, bringing up second down, and there's no way. Look, you can see it on the replay. They tackled him at about the 32-yard line. They marked it at the 34.
However, Gregson hit the ground first and he rolled over him, so he may not have actually touched the turf.
Man, I saw it play in the college game last week. It was unbelievable. Here's a high snap, and the quarterback comes up with it, and he'll throw right side that time. Lobaugh made a nice play just to catch the shotgun snap and then quickly threw to the right side. Now, that's one of the plays I was watching them run here in their warm-ups, except it was a down and in. That one was a down and out, but the quick catch it and fire right away pass.
Well, I think you need to, especially when you don't think you're going to have a lot of time in the backfield. Mingus has run that one before.
Yeah, well, compared to last week, I mean, last week you take the snap and you brew your coffee and you sit back in your lawn chair and you think about what you're going to do for the rest of the day. And
question was whether or not they were going to start serving sandwiches.
No, we heard that kid's coming around here in halftime.
Right.
Here's the snap. Low ball. Looking to throw. He's got a little time across the middle. He's got him in. There is that kid, number 22. Doug Ashley with a first down out to the 45-yard line. So Ashley does a little bit of everything, and that time he caught the big first down pass, and the Cowboys have a drive out to the 45.
Caught it in front of Brewer, who was on the coverage, but Pelletier ended up making the tackle.
First down and 10 Cowboys. 8:35 left to go here in this opening quarter of play. Final game of the regular season for the Mingus Marauders. Final game of the season for the Camp Verde Cowboys. Mingus looking for a big win to maintain a home playoff game next week. Lobaugh in the gun, takes a snap, hands off to his fullback, and he's going to be gobbled up well behind the line of scrimmage. And loss of, well, no, it looks like they're going to say that he snuck back to the line of scrimmage and right to the 45-yard line, a gain of 0, and it brings up second and 10.
Loza on the run for the Camp Verde Cowboys, and I don't think it really mattered. Mingus pretty much tackled both of them.
The Marauders just tackled everybody in white that time.
Right, including the linemen.
Yeah, just knock everybody to the ground. If we do that, we're good.
Right.
Second down and 10. It's kind of like bowling.
Except there's 11.
Extra pin, right? Well, yeah, make sure. And here they'll run. Sweep to the long side of the field, left-hand side now, and a gain of about 5 yards, maybe even a little more, as they're going to spot it across midfield to the Marauder 49-yard line. So third down and short now, a long 4 for the Camp Verde Cowboys. That time they ran the sweep.
Tyler Dickey on the run, number 41.
Okay, 41, yeah. Tyler Dickey on the run.
Wasn't exactly a jet sweep, as he came over from more of a wingback position.
2 receivers on the right side, 1 on the left, man in motion. They're going to look to hand off. No, the quarterback's going to keep it. The Marauders have them, and a whole group of them gather them up and throw them to the ground, and a gain of a yard or 2. Looks like they're going to give them about 2 to the Marauder 47-yard line, 47.5, where it will be fourth down and about 2.5 here for Camp Verde. And when you're 1 and 8 and you're trailing on the road, it's 4th and 2. You go for it. You're on your opponent's side of the field. You do what you can. And Camp Verde's going to go for it. You don't punt from here.
No, I don't think so. I think I've got to imagine, and I think it's a good idea. By the way, Gregson in on that tackle again.
Here's the fourth down and 2.5 play. Quarterback Lobaugh takes a snap, fakes a handoff, rolls to the right, under pressure now. He's going to be hit and sacked. Gregson didn't even really wrap him up right there. He just walked by and slugged him and knocked him to the ground. Back at about the 42-yard line, which is a huge loss on the play. And it was fourth down, so that's where the Marauders take over the ball back at about the 42. Yeah, Gregson just ran up and slugged him, knocked him to the ground.
Right, yeah, that's the slap sack.
The slap sack. Get down. If I ever see you running over here again.
Lobaugh pretty much gave up on that. He went down on his own.
First down and 10, Mingus. Pitch to the right side to Herndon. Herndon's got a hole, and now will be caught. Man, one kid stayed home. It's an Ashley kid. Pretty good football player, JB. Doug Ashley, 5'8", 150 pounds, a senior that does everything. That time he just stayed at home and waited for Herndon, who's much bigger, run right at him, and he dove right into his waist and took him down.
Well, and he was the one that tackled Garcia on the punt return, saving the touchdown. However, Mingus is going to face a hold, the first penalty of the game.
Well,
I forgot they had flags in this thing.
You know, that's the other problem that the Marauders have had here recently.
It hasn't been holding penalties. It's been motion penalties.
And personal fouls.
Right.
Okay, first down and about 14 here for Mingus. They mark it from the spot of the foul. So the Marauders are getting closer to midfield. Here's the first down play. They're going to sweep to the left-hand side, and this time it's Herndon on the loose. To the 35 to the 30. Herndon down the sideline to the 10 to the 5 to the end zone. Touchdown, Mingus! Tyler Herndon takes it in from 46 yards out, and the Mingus Marauders are on the board again here with 5:45 left to go in the opening quarter of play. It's 13-0 Marauders as Tanner Karen comes out to hold the extra point for Gilbert Cadera. Awaiting the snap. Good snap, good hold. The kick is up, and the kick looks true, and it is good. 14-0. The Marauders getting it rolling early. That's what we wanted to see. 5:45 left, opening quarter. JJ coming out to boot it away here again in a moment.
Keep your vehicle on the road and running right for less with Reese's Tire in Cottonwood. The Reese's Tire Car Care Club Card never expires, and you'll save almost $475 off car care services. For only $89.95, you'll get 4 free oil changes, plus discounts on brakes, AC service, batteries, and of course, savings on tires too.
Come into Reese's Tire and Auto and ask us about our Car Care Club Card.
At 2435 East State Route 89A in Cottonwood.
Back at Mingus High School, Marauders on top here, 14-0, JB, and they're doing it quick.
Yeah, 4 plays.
4 plays, 2 touchdowns for Mingus.
1 punt return, 1 play called back on a penalty, so 6 touches.
4 official offensive snaps.
Right.
Nice. Jacobo in to kick it away, and here it is, high and deep, and it'll take Ashley. Looks like he may have touched it out around the 2 or 3, but it rolls through the end zone for a touchback. That is another thing that the Marauders would like to see Jacobo start doing a little more frequently, is kicking that thing through the end zone so you don't have returns out to even the 35 is a big difference.
Oh, yeah. You play a team like Prescott in the playoffs, not that we would, but you have somebody as dangerous as their running back return man.
Right.
You got to be able to put it in the end zone and take away that whole piece to the puzzle.
And that's the thing, when you get into the playoffs, everybody's got that guy. That's why they're in the playoffs.
Exactly. Exactly. No kidding.
First down and 10, Cowboys starting at their 20-yard line. They have run 7 plays and have 1 first down. No, I guess they've run a couple more than that, huh? They've run 8 or 9 plays now. Awaiting the snap is Lowball. Lowball will hand off to his fullback. Coming right. He's gobbled up in the backfield and down. Let's see. It's Carter getting in there and making the tackle for the Mingus Marauders in the backfield. A loss of 2 on the play back to the 18-yard line, where it will now be second down and 12.
Carter, our player of the game last week.
Yep.
Had the interception in the 17-yard return, tipped the ball up from the quarterback, and waited for about 4 minutes for it to come down.
He thought it was Thanksgiving coming a little early. Look at that big old turkey coming flying down to me.
God, I hope I get it. I hope I get it.
I know I can. I know I can.
Don't drop it.
That was awesome. Second down and 12, and here's a quick handoff, the draw, and nowhere to go on that one. The Marauders just smashing everybody. That time it's Jordan Wellborn that comes flying through the hole and takes out Josh Loza for another loss on the play of about a yard or so. It's going to bring up third down and 13.
Well, Wellborn came in, and when he is on.
I'll tell you what, nobody could stop him there.
No. Well, no. But when he is on and he is going full bore, I really don't care what offensive line you put in front of him. He is going to be a menace.
You know,
very hard to stop.
And you start to wonder which of these kids are the ones that actually get it, that I'm a senior.
Yeah.
This is it. And then next week and maybe a couple more if we play well. You know, I mean, I don't have anything left to leave on the table here.
Right.
Here's the snap, and looking to go to the left side on a sweep again. Nowhere to run for Tyler Dickey. And he's down for, let's see, did he get anything? Looks like they're going to give him a yard to the 18. So it's going to bring up 4th down and 12 now from the 18-yard line, which should bring Doug Ashley back out to punt the ball away again.
Well, Pelletier and Kadira on the tackle for the Mingus Marauders. And going back is Garcia, who almost ran one back the first time.
Now, the Marauders haven't scored on a kick return this year, I don't believe.
Nope.
They did last week. I called back. Here's the snap, and Ashley's punt is away, and it is going to roll, and it's picked up by Garcia at the 38-yard line. Garcia back to the middle of the field, across midfield, and down at the 43. Good return again by Garcia on a couple of punts that I thought looked like he was just going to let him go, and right at the last second, pick it up and run. And I think he knows that this is my chance to be a little bit of a star here against Camp Verde. I might be able to break one.
Well, certainly so, especially when those punts are so low. I mean, the pressure downfield is one man. He beats the first man, and he's got, I don't want to say open field, but he definitely has space for the next 12 to 15 yards.
Yeah, you're exactly right on that one, JB. The punt is getting downfield so quick, there's no time for the return coverage to be downfield to the tackle. 1st down and 10 from the 44-yard line. Here's the snap, and it's going to be a keeper by Simmons. Simmons looking to run the option, and right when the defense got to him, he turned to look behind him like he's going to pitch the ball to Herndon, and he wasn't there. Oh, man, I'm just going to have to eat this one. And it's still a gain of about 6 yards on the play, and a good 1st down play. Looks like they're going to give him 7, and it's going to bring up 2nd down and 3 here for Mingus.
No, Herndon was still in the backfield going, you got it, Luke.
Yeah, keep going, man. Keep going. It's only one guy.
Left. Go left. Oh, man.
I tell you what, Wellborn would have made that block for you. 2nd down and 3. Here's the snap. Pitching Herndon. Looking to throw it down the field. He's got a man wide open. Brewer, but he threw it over his head. Now the halfback option didn't get returned for a touchdown, so we'll have to keep that in the playbook. If our longtime fans remember a few years ago, we took that play out of the playbook. We ran halfback option like 4 times, and it was intercepted and run back for a touchdown all 4 times. And I didn't think we were ever going to see that play run at Mingus again.
It was cursed. It was burned. Somehow it came back.
What's kind of funny is when you can say, I remember a game 15 years ago. Right. And that's not even when we began. Oh, a fumble by Simmons, and he'll dive on it. Now the Marauders are in trouble. It's 4th down, and about 7 yards here for Mingus back at the 41-yard line.
Simmons just simply lost the handle.
Camp Verde's feeling good.
Yeah.
Hey, we got him held to 4th down. Let's see if we can stop him. And the Marauders will split 2 wide right, 1 on the left, double wing formation, and now we've got a guy jumping. Oh. Well, now it'll make it 4th and a little bit longer. Now instead of 4th and 7, it's going to be 4th and 12, and Mingus is moving back. And to keep the same play, I mean, is there a difference between 4th and 7 and 4th and 12? I guess there is. If you're throwing like a 8-yard out or a 10-yard out, you're not going to get it on 4th and 12.
Well, he was a little deep for his shotgun. I think it was actually setting up for a punt, a little pooch punt.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I don't like that play.
Well, normally
he definitely is here.
Yeah. Like. Well, that's about as far as he was last time.
Yep. Here's a snap, low snap, and it's punted and blocked and picked up by Mingus. Looks like Kitchen's got it, and he's going to be gobbled up by Camp Verde Cowboys.
Boy, the Cowboys just overloaded the left side. Mingus didn't have enough red shirts over there to stop it.
Yeah.
They didn't even have anybody back, Zach.
No.
They're absolutely giving up the roll there.
And you know what? The next time you line up to do that, you throw the ball to the right.
Right. Yeah, I mean, if they're going to overload the left side and not have anybody back, there's no safety back there at all.
No, there wasn't anybody back there. So, yeah, I think you fake it next time, even if you're up by like 30 or 40 or more. It's only 14 now, so, hey, anybody's ball game.
Yeah.
Minute 40 left to go here. Yeah, I think that's what it says on the clock. Minute 40 left to go here in the opening quarter of play.
Yeah.
There's no little dots there between the 1 and the 4, JB. What happened? They burn out?
It's budget cuts.
No doubt. 1st down and 10. On the Marauder side of the field to start a drive are the Cowboys. Here's the snap. Low ball rolling right. Low ball under pressure. Throws, and wow, what a play. Longfellow comes flying over, sticks that big paw out and slaps it down on the way to the receiver. And nice play by a middle linebacker that time. Old Longfellow came over and did it.
Longfellow leading the team in tackles on the season. Had a chance at a pick there if he could have done his own little tip drill.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, I thought it was a great play just to get to it and tip it down.
Yeah. Well, he had the open man. There was no doubt about it.
Stop the clock on the incompletion. 2nd down and 10 now as the Cowboys come back to the line of scrimmage. 2 receivers on the right, 2 on the left. Quarterback in the gun. Man in motion from left to right. And Lobaugh takes a snap. Quick pass, screen to the right side, trying to get it to Ashley. He's got it. Ashley's caught from behind by Gregson and then finished off by Longfellow. And man, a whole lot of action and a gain of 2. Well, 3 to the Marauder 42-yard line, where it will now be 3rd down and 7 for the Cowboys. 1:15 left here in the opening quarter. Mingus on top, 14-0 over the Verde Valley rival, Camp Verde Cowboys.
Well, they keep trying to get the ball into the hands of Doug Ashley, and absolutely no doubts that they should.
All right.
He is quite an athlete. I mean, he gave Gregson a ride for a good 2 yards. I think that's worth at least 3 fair tickets.
Yeah, a couple tickets there.
Yeah.
Little kids were at the fair last night at Cottonwood Elementary School. They had a great time. I heard it was a nice event.
Cool.
3rd down and 7. Here's a snap. Low ball rolling to the right. Not much room there. Now he's hitting. He's going to try to run. Oh, he got smashed over on the Marauder sideline. Somebody held him up, and it looked like it was Gregson came in and just crunched him. Old accordion style that time, JB. Smashed him right on the Marauder sideline, and he's short of the 1st down. As a matter of fact, he's going to lose about 5 or 6 yards all the way back to the original line of scrimmage, where it's 4th and 10 at the Marauder 45.
Well, Carter and Gregson will get credit for the half sacks there. So on the defensive stat board.
And again, on the Marauder side of the field, 1-8 on the season, down 14-0 in the first quarter. You go for it. That's what the Cowboys are going to do here on 4th and 10. Now remember, they did have a 1st down. Their only 1st down of the game with their offense was on a pass to Ashley, and now we've got a whistle and a timeout. 37 seconds left, opening quarter of play, 14-0. The Marauders with the lead. It's 4th down and 10 for the Cowboys. We'll be back with the 4th down play coming up right after this.
Marauders fans, take note. Renegade Steakhouse is the place to enjoy good food, good friends, and good times. From Wrangler's Prime Rib to Cowboy Caviar, and from Cactus Fries to Cowboy Burgers, it's all here waiting for you. I'm Ty Stite, inviting you to visit us at Renegade Steakhouse, where we do things with a style all our own.
Back at Mingus High School, it's 4th down and 10 now for the Camp Verde Cowboys. And coming out of their timeout, they've talked things over with head coach Steege. And let's see what they've come up with here on 4th and 10. We've only got 37 seconds left in this opening quarter of play with the Marauders on top here, 14-0. Mingus looking to go to 7-3 on the season and have a home playoff game next week. And so far, so good here for Mingus, as they do have an early lead. And now it looks like Camp Verde's going to line up to punt the ball. Wow, they're trying to win. And the punt is kicked away from the Marauders, and well, Garcia thought about it. It was laying there on the ground. He ran all the way over there just in case Camp Verde wasn't going to come down and cover it. And wisely at the last second, he decided, all right, I'll just let them down it. And Mingus, not great field position this time. This is what I wanted to see from the beginning of the game. The Marauders have scored twice, but both of them are on drives that started on the Camp Verde side of the field. Marauders have the ball at their 8-yard line. Yep. Let's see him grind one out here down the field and score a touchdown.
A sustained drive is absolutely perfect, and then I'll have to talk to Garcia about that, because Dr. Arthur told me, when the heart stutters like that, he can't do that. You can't pretend to go for the ball. It's not good for me.
I told you to get in.
1st down and 10. Here's the snap, and the Marauders are going to run it with Simmons. Simmons to the left-hand side. He's out to the 20-yard line, trying to run away from Ashley. Still on his feet, upended hard and down, out around the 26 or 7-yard line. A nice gain on 1st down by the Marauders, and it was just the quarterback keeper. He faked the handoff, kept it himself, ran left, and I've noticed that that's the way Simmons likes to run, JB. That might not be good if they've got me up here noticing that he likes to run left a lot. You think think once you get in the playoffs, some coaches might pick up on that as well.
Well, he had a 51-yard touchdown running right last week.
That's true, yeah. Yeah. Here's a snap, and coming to the left-hand side, it's Herndon with blockers in front. Herndon leaps over a defender, still on his feet down the left-hand sideline. He goes across midfield and not tackled until he reaches the 43-yard line of the Camp Verde Cowboys. A big run by Tyler Herndon, and the Marauders are putting together a nice little drive here. 2 plays, they've already picked up over 50 yards, and they've got the ball 1st and 10 at the Cowboy 42.
Well, this is the sustained drive that we were looking for. Ironically, Luke Simmons hasn't put the ball in the air yet.
Yeah, kind of weird. That's the end of the opening quarter, 14-0. The Marauders on top. We'll be back with the rest of the Marauder drive coming up after this quick timeout.
Everybody knows that high school sports generate suspense, excitement, and drama.
They also generate higher grade point averages, stronger work habits, and greater self-esteem.
Everybody knows that high school sports give us more value for our entertainment dollar.
They also give us leaders committed to strengthening communities right here in Arizona. The true value of playing sports in school can't be measured in wins and losses or dollars and cents. Studies show that participation in sports, along with other extracurricular activities, is one of the best ways to teach leadership, cooperation, accountability, and other invaluable life skills. Don't just stand on the sidelines. Encourage the young people you know to get in the game. When you do, you'll be helping them get ahead in life. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Arizona Interscholastic Association and the Arizona Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Back at Mingus High School, Marauders ran a play while we were away, JB. They must not have had the signal down in the field. They got started on us a little early. And that time, Simmons was rushed. He was trying to throw the ball like we haven't seen all game, and he got rushed that time, threw it away, incomplete, 2nd down and 10.
We've been doing these games for how long? And they don't know what the signal is?
21 years. Yeah, you would think they'd catch on by now. Here's the snap, looking to go left, and now I've got whistles blowing, and looks like we have a false start on the Marauders. That's going to back them up, make it 2nd down and 15.
3rd penalty on the Mingus Marauders. 20 penalty yards against them. First quarter yardage from the line of scrimmage. Mingus mustering 126 yards of offense, so on pace for 500.
2nd and 15 now from the 47-yard line. Here's the snap, and Simmons is going to hand off up the middle to Hanks. Hanks has room to run. Breaks a tackle at the 35 to the 30, to the 25 to the 20. Hanks looking to lower his shoulder. He does, and he smashes through the defense before being caught from behind and tackled down around the 5-yard line. Dakota Hanks took the hammer to number 35 that time. Ryan Dufresne got smashed that time by the hammer and Hanks.
Well, great running. In fact, he has got 3 carries, 61 yards on the game, only to be outdone by Herndon, who has 3 carries and 80 yards on the game.
1st and goal, Marauders from the 5-yard line, working on the near hash mark, going from right to left, or going from left to right. Rather, here's the handoff to Herndon to the right, and he'll score! Mingus, the 3rd touchdown of the opening half. Tyler Herndon in the house for the 2nd time. He is giving the Marauders a 20-0 lead here with 11:27 left to go in the opening half of play. The Marauders just manhandling the Camp Verde Cowboys.
Oh, that was a late cannon, wasn't it?
Yeah, we want to hear it early and often. Early is the key. Awaiting the snap is Tanner Karen. Good snap, good hold. Kick is up, and the kick is good. Kidera knocks it through, and the Marauders lead 21-0. We'll be back with the Mingus kickoff coming up after this.
Two things we can count on every year:
a new set of tax rules and great weather here in northern Arizona.
Jackson Hewitt Tax Service, locally owned and operated by Lewis Rice since 1997, is here for you all year long.
Your neighborhood Jackson Hewitt Tax Office will help you in all of your taxing situations.
Electronic filing is always free with your tax preparation at Jackson Hewitt Tax Service.
Get more in return. Call 1-800-234-1040 for an office near you.
Back at Mingus High School, it's been all Marauders all night. 3 touchdowns for the Marauders, leading 21-0 with 11:27 left to go here in the opening half. Jacobo in the kickoff for the Marauders, and here it is. Boom, high and to the middle of the field. It'll be taken by Ashley at the 2, Ashley to the 10, Ashley to the left-hand side of the field, and now gobbled up by the Marauders and swarmed over at the 16.
Interesting, he did not take the outside course. He had it. Had a lot, well, it seemed from up here, a lot more room on the outside. Wasn't contained it particularly well by the Mingus Marauders, but decided to kind of dive back into the pile.
First down and 10 now, Cowboys from their own 16-yard line. They haven't done much with the offense. They do have the 1 first down. It was a pass from quarterback Loba to Doug Ashley, and that's been about the end of the offense so far for Camp Verde. Again, starting with the ball deep in their own territory, starting at the 16 this time. Man in motion from right to left. Here's the snap, and it looks like the quarterback's going to try to keep it himself. Not much room to run there, and he's back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. Bringing up second down and 10.
That was just to get the clock rolling, right?
Yep.
Well, they were trying to follow the right-hand side of the offensive line, and Carter, well, denied that. And I think they would have had more of a loss had Mingus not been in there ball hawking.
Now, this Camp Verde team's got some pretty big kids, JB.
Mm-hmm.
They just don't have them playing. They've got the offensive line is 180, 190, 185, 200, and 175.
Well, this is a young squad, too.
Awaiting the snap. Loba takes it, hands off, and no, he's going to keep it himself, and he's going to fight to get back to the 15, which is going to be a loss of 1. It's going to be third down and 16, or third down and 11 now from the 15. And it looked like that time he faked the handoff and then kept it himself and didn't have anywhere to run. The Marauders were all over him.
Well, Carter just would not let go of the legs. He had quarterback duty on that play and played it well. Kyle Loba, not a small kid, 6'1" and 200 pounds as a senior. And a pretty decent athlete out there, just kind of struggling against the odds out here tonight.
And the big third down play, Loba from the gun, looking left, pump fakes left, looks right, and he's sacked back at the 8-yard line, and it looks like it's Longfellow that comes through to make the play, and it is. Longfellow with a sack for Mingus, a loss on the play of about 7 yards or so. Looks like they're going to give him progress to the 10-yard line, so it's going to be a loss of 5 on the play, and the Marauders have forced another punt, already leading 21-0 with 9.5 minutes left to go here in the second quarter.
Well, the middle of that offensive line opened up, and Longfellow was invited into the backfield. Holy cow. Did not move on the pump fake. Just kept coming.
Marauders looking like they're coming after this punt as well, and it's going to be Pelletier nearly getting to it, but it's going to be returned by Garcia from midfield. Garcia to the 30-yard line, still on his feet, to the outside of the 25 to the 20. Garcia looking to follow his blocks to the corner, to the 10. He's knocked out of bounds at the 6-yard line. First down and goal, Mingus. Andrew Garcia picks up the low-line drive punt at the midfield at the 50-yard line, returns it all the way to the 6 before he's knocked out of bounds, giving the Marauders first down and goal.
Pelletier may have tipped that ball. It's hard to say because this punter punts it low and knuckleball to start with, so even if you did get a finger on it, I'm not sure you would change the spin.
Not what you're looking for from your punter.
No, great job by Garcia following his blocks.
Here's the snap, the Marauders handoff going up the middle. It's Hanks dragging defenders with him, and he's finally going to be tackled after a gain of, looks like about 3 down to the 3-yard line, where it will be second down and goal here for the Marauders.
You know, we tell the we tell the young tacklers in youth football, you cannot tackle anybody from your knees. That's exactly why. He was dragged literally 2 yards by the ankle.
Slowed his momentum.
Yep.
But looked like Jeff Van Gundy holding on to Alonzo Mourning. Here's the handoff up the middle to Hanks, and he's in the end zone untouched. Touchdown! To Dakota Hanks takes it to the house again. And the Marauders on top now, 27-0 with 8:22 left to go in the second quarter of play. And that's going to bring, not Jacobo, it's going to bring Cadera out to attempt the extra point. The holder, Tanner Karen.
Well, that's Hank's second. Herndon's got 2 too.
Here's the snap. Good hold. The kick is up. The kick is good. And the Marauders lead 28-0. Both running backs with a pair of touchdowns. We'll be back with a kickoff after this.
Welcome to the Cottonwood Recreation Center. We would like to invite you to come on in.
Come on in.
Our whole team is here to help you get the most out of each workout here at the Cottonwood Recreation Center.
Back at Mingus High School, our fans on TV, there you are when you're at the game here Friday night. 8:22 left in the second quarter, and the Mingus Marauders lead 28-0. And Jacobo might be getting tired, JB. He's kicking off for the 5th time here in the opening half.
You can tell he's a soccer player. Nobody else takes 2 steps and bangs it.
And bangs it through, all the way through to the end zone. It's a second touchback. Well, the Marauders defense will have lots of room behind them. First down and 10. Cowboys from their own 20-yard line as they'll start their next drive. And the Cowboys have been in this territory most of the night. They've been across midfield, I think, twice, and haven't been able to do much with the football.
No, certainly so. Mingus has been, well, rather stingy on defense, only giving up 18 yards from the line of scrimmage so far, 14 yards passing, and 4 rushing yards on 10 attempts.
First down and 10 Cowboys. Quarterback Kyle Lobaugh, 6'1", 200-pound senior, setting the shotgun. He's got one back to his right side. Man in motion from left to right, and they're going to hand it to him. It's Ashley. Ashley through the line of scrimmage. Ashley out into the open. He's got a first down across the 35-yard line. Looks like they'll mark him out around the 36 or 7. And the guy over on the other side of the field is going to mark him at the 38. And that's where he's going to get it. So good run that time by Ashley. It looked like he had a little speed once he got through the hole, but the Marauders converged on him quickly.
Holy cow, what a burst of speed. In fact, great acceleration once he got into the open field, and that's where he showed his danger.
Right.
So he ended up finally coming across from more of a corner position on the opposite side of the field to make the tackle.
First down and 10. Lowball looks like he's going to try to run it himself, and now he's going to option to the right side and a couple of yards. Across the 40 out to around the 41 or 42. And trying to see who he gave it to. Oh, Loza. It's number 5, Josh Loza with the carry. Because I thought it was 41, Tyler Dickey.
That was a late pitch on the far side of the field, too.
Yeah, it looked like he's already being tackled.
Right. Well, which makes it somewhat dangerous.
Second down and 6 now, gain of 4. And the Cowboys trying to mount a drive here. Man in motion, and they will hand off to him. This time it's Dickey. Dickey hitting the backfield. Dickey going backwards, and he'll lose a couple of yards. Back to about the 39-yard line. And it's going to bring up 3rd down and 9 now. A loss of 2 or 3 on the play there, JB. And Marauder defense not fooled by the man in motion getting the ball.
No, in fact, I think Andrew Garcia was already on the move as soon as he saw the jet sweep in motion. And in fact, coming from the near side of the field, he could see the handoff coming straight to him.
3rd down and 9 now. Camp Verde Cowboys working out between the hash marks, and looks like we've got a equipment timeout as Brandon Gregson has to leave the field. Something's wrong with his helmet. The Marauders need to send somebody else out on the field to cover his position. It looks like Greg Charles is going to come back out and play a little D.
Yep. Well, he replaced Gregson last week, who was sitting out from a concussion. And I think that went back to the Prescott game. And so part of the Northern Arizona Rehab and Fitness Injury Report. Glad to have him back.
3rd and 9. Here's a pass, and off to the right side, trying to get it to Loza. Is a little behind him, trying to make the one-handed grab, and it falls incomplete. Good pressure again that time by the Marauders. They were chasing quarterback low ball out of the pocket that time, and he kind of threw on the run in behind his receiver. So the Marauder defense did a nice job once again. Let's see what the offense can do when they get the ball back.
He was open, though. I mean, there's no doubt about it. Had that been a clean pass, he would have picked up about 4 yards right there, and then, well, yards after catch would have made the difference.
And Garcia stands back around his 27-yard line, awaiting the punt. The Marauders all jumping around, trying to come after it again. And, man, they got pressure again. This time, it's a high punt. Fielded by Garcia at the 26. Garcia down the left sideline, breaking tackles and still on his feet. Now finally caught. And again, somebody just grab onto his ankle and hold him until somebody else can drag him down. And Garcia will return it all the way out to the 44-yard line. So another nice return that time by Garcia. He's done a good job tonight getting the Marauders set up with good field position to start their drives.
The Mingus Marauders running the ball back look like foxes caught in bear traps. All of a sudden the progress stops or at least slows down a whole bunch, and the dragging begins.
The dragging begins, yeah. First down and 10 for Mingus now as they start their drive at their own 44-yard line. Quarterback Luke Simmons in the shotgun. He's got Dakota Hanks to his right side. Herndon at a wing position awaiting the snap. Here it is. Looking to throw is Simmons down the right side. He is over the head of his intended receiver, Brennan Kitchen. And it looks like the Marauders will look to set up for second down and 10.
Only the second passing attempt out here by Luke Simmons so far in the game, which is somewhat unusual, below his average. He had 26 attempts against Snowflake last week.
Well, the Marauders have been able to run the ball efficiently here tonight. Second down and 10 now. Mingus from their own 44. Simmons takes a snap, and they're going to sweep to the right-hand side of the field. Lots of room to run this time. Mingus down the right-hand side. It's Kitchen to the house, and Kitchen is at the 5 to the 3 to 2. Touchdown! Brandon Kitchen takes it in from 56 yards out of the Marauders lead. Now 34-0 with 5:50 left to go in the first half of play. Brandon Kitchen, they tried to throw it to him over his head, so they hand it to him, and he speeds out of the backfield and runs away from the Cowboys on his way to the end zone, and the Marauders increase the lead.
Well, one of the best things about that particular run is Brandon Kitchen is a junior, so he'll be coming back next year.
Here's the extra point attempt. It is up, and it is good. 35-0 Mingus in the opening half. The goal of continuous clock in the opening half is still within reach for the Marauders. 5:50 left to go. We'll be back with the Mingus kickoff after this.
It's nice to see so many familiar faces.
Enjoying great Sears prices.
Sears Hometown Stores, where you'll find that great Sears quality and new Sears availability at the lowest prices guaranteed. We're like your father's Sears store, but a whole lot more. If it's not on our shelf, it's right here online, and we'll have it delivered to your front door. Plus, we have the largest selection of home appliances in the industry, including the top 10 national brands. Sears Hometown Stores, we're in your neighborhood.
The Marauders are all over the Camp Verde Cowboys, 35-0, and Jacobo comes in to kick the ball away for the 6th time here in the opening half. Here's the kick, fielded at the 9-yard line. It's Ashley. No, it's not. It looks like it's number 20 with the return. Oh, and he's drilled at the 18-yard line. Longfellow comes through and smashes him that time. Number 20, Jordan Ray, got a return, and he got planted into the AstroTurf, JB. That's hard to do.
No kidding. Well, it's a lot easier to do when you absolutely stop your momentum in front of the tackle, which was, it's not usually preferred. Hey, we got some scores for you, by the way. Bradshaw, last we heard, was up 14-6 over Kingman. That would be very helpful for the Mingus Marauders. Sure. Estrella Foothills taking it to the Wranglers at Wickenburg 13-0, and Blue Ridge over Winslow right now 27-0.
Shocking. First down and 10. Cowboys handing it off. No, the quarterback's going to keep it, and he's going to pitch the option, and it's going to lose 2 yards back to the 18.
Well, Well, he handed it off, took it back, and then ended up pitching it out to Dickey.
Somebody else, yeah.
And
that's a hot potato.
Boy, Mingus had all 3 of those runners covered.
Yeah, it didn't matter who was running it. They were getting tackled for a loss. And it is a loss of 2. Still a clock running. 5:15 left to go in the opening half. And it's second down and 12 now for Camp Verde from their 18.
Well, so far here in the first half, Camp Verde has 36 yards of offense, although they've been sacked 3 times.
They're running the clock.
And Mingus has got 230 yards of offense, all of it on the ground, 13 carries.
Low ball on the gun, man in motion is Ashley, and they'll hand it to him. Ashley looking to go to the right side. This is the play that worked for him earlier, and it will have a decent gain of about 6 yards. However, won't be enough for a first, bringing up third down and 7 now for Camp Verde, and they're going to go back into a huddle. I think they're thinking that if they can sustain this drive a little bit longer, that they may be able to get out of this first half without giving up any more points.
Well, possibly so. That's obviously not the goal you want in the first half, though.
4:20 on the scoreboard, ticking away here as the Cowboys come back to the line of scrimmage. Third down and 7 now. Man in motion, Ashley again. They'll fake the handoff. Quarterback rolling right. Quarterback looking down the field. He throws, and it's incomplete. Looking to get it to 35, Ryan Dufresne. Dufresne had to go right between the hands and fall incomplete, and also stops the clock. 4th down and 7 now. Cowboys at their 23-yard line with 4:04 left to go here in the second quarter of play at Mingus High School. The Marauders on top, 35-0.
Well, Lobaugh had him, in fact, split the coverage there, although it was pretty decent coverage. I'm not sure he would have had too many yards after the catch.
Mingus looking to go to 7-3 on the season with a victory here tonight. Should solidify a first-round playoff game right here at home next week. Here's the snap on the punt, and it is away. It's going to be fielded by Garcia at the 40. Garcia to the 45. Garcia to the midfield and still on the loose. Now across midfield to the 45 and tackled at the 43-yard line of the Camp Verde Cowboys. So another return of about 17 or 18 yards that time by Garcia. And that makes a big difference in field position as the Marauders start with a short field. Still 3:48 left to go here in the opening quarter of play. And they're going to officially mark it at the 43, 1st down and 10 Marauders.
Well, Garcia came off the field, and I hope I was seeing things wrong. He seemed to have been limping a little bit.
No, he's smiling over there on the sideline right in front of the water jug. He's learning early. He's only in high school. He knows head to the water jug.
Right.
Simmons looking to go up top, down the right-hand side for Moronis, who is being manhandled down that sideline, and apparently they're going to say it's incidental contact, a little hand slapping by both players that time, and it falls incomplete. So Simmons has still not completed a pass, JB. Hasn't thrown many, but he hasn't made a completion either.
He was 0 for 3. He's 0 for 3 so far. He stood in the pocket, took a lick when he let that one go, but he had to let Moronis get down the field.
Ordinarily, when you're 0 for 3, you say you're due. The Marauders hand off up the middle, and speaking of being due, it's Hanks again to the 20, to the 10. Hanks down the right sideline. Is he in? I don't see anybody with their hands in the air. Put your hands up. It's more fun. Oh, no, they're going to say he's out of bounds inside the 1.
Well, they put their hands up. They just didn't give you the signal you wanted.
No, I don't like the waving. You just put them up. Waving's too much energy. Just put them straight up in the air.
42 yards on the run, and Hanks was going for the 3 of a kind.
Yeah, might get it here. In the backfield, Hanks behind quarterback Luke Simmons, who's set under center. Man in motion is Herndon. Here's a snap, and right back to Hanks in the end zone. Easy touchdown, Mingus! Dakota Hanks for the 3rd time in the opening half. 3:25 left to go here in the first half of play, and it's 41-0. Marauders with a huge lead and an extra point attempt from Cadera coming up.
Well, Hanks now has 7 carries, 110 yards, and 18 points.
Highest score of the year. Here's the extra point attempt, up, and it is good. 42-0. The Marauders with the lead. 3:25 left in the opening half, and we have made it to the continuous clock. We'll be back with a Marauder kickoff after this.
Each year, the faces change, yet the will to test one's passion remains the same. a courage that fosters a sense of pride in each of us. Keeping that pride strong and healthy is our job.
That hurts a lot, huh?
World-class therapists, nurses, and orthopedic surgeons focused on keeping our athletes in the game. From prevention, diagnosis, treatment, and the latest in non-invasive surgical techniques, you can feel confident that we're on the sideline, ready when you need us.
Back at Mingus High School, 3:25 left, second quarter, 42-0. The Marauders smashing the Camp Verde Cowboys here tonight. Here's Jacobo's kickoff, and it is high, it is deep, and that is his third touchback of the night. So Jacobo's starting to get in a stride here, JB, as we head into the playoff season.
Well, like we had made mention, that is an incredible weapon. We got to make sure that Nick in the video truck here has enough replay tape for all the touchdowns here in the first half.
Yeah, no doubt.
Holy cow.
Hey, speaking of the playoff season, the greatest playoff season of all is already upon us, the World Series, Jackie. And the San Francisco Giants have been able to do. Did you see Kung Fu Panda hit 3 home runs in Game 1 of the World Series? What a great effort by Pablo Sandoval. And the Giants have a 2-0 lead. They won the first 2 in San Francisco, and now they head to Detroit, where it's guaranteed to be much warmer.
You're right.
Here's a snap. Looking to go to the right side to Ashley. Ashley gets through the line of scrimmage, and then he's tackled. Oh, but a flag.
Uh-oh.
Might be a face mask. I got to keep an eye on this one. Yeah, that's going to be a face mask on Mingus. The carry is out to the 23 or 4 yard line, so we're marking it at the 24-yard line. It would be a gain of 4 on the play, and then we're going to have a personal foul face mask against the Marauders, and that's going to add 15 onto it, and it will give them the first down.
4th penalty against Mingus. The Cowboys have no infractions.
No.
No.
Well, you know, you play clean. You don't win, but you play clean. Which is the opposite of the Raiders.
Right.
You play dirty, and you don't win, but you play dirty. You know, they said that since the regular officials have come back for the NFL, the Raiders are the most penalized team in the NFL. Now, that wasn't the case with the other officials.
Right.
They were just in the middle of the pack there, but when the regular officials come back, Raiders the most penalized team. Oh! Wow, that's got to be Pelletier. No, it's Seneca. Came in and crushed number 20, Jordan Ray, on the carry that time. He's going to lose about 6 yards and just smashed him. Seneca came through and just creamed him, JB.
Kid's going to have to take half of algebra again.
Yeah. He might be trying. He's out there. Now, how do you get A and B in a mathematical equation?
Right. And what is X?
And why is it got a 2 next to it? There's no X to the 2. Right. 2nd down and 16.
You've thought this one through.
Here's the snap. And a handoff in the backfield, and another big hit by the Marauders. And that time it's Kadera that gets in and makes the big hit for Mingus. And the Marauders are just taking pot shots at him now. Camp Verde just getting hammered play after play, as it looks like Matt Couch comes in to make the play that time for the Marauders. Senior guy hasn't played a lot this year, JB, but I got in that time, made a nice play.
Yep, and that'll, wow, another 2-yard loss on that one.
Camp Verde may be trying to just run out the half. The clock's running. They're still on a time. They're still in a huddle. The quarterback's still over on the sideline talking things over with the coach, and I think they're just waiting for as much time to run off until it's going to be a delay of game penalty, and then they're going to call timeout, and then they'll run their play. There's the timeout. They'll run their play and hope to punt the ball away to Mingus without much time left. Let's take a break with the Camp Verde timeout. 42-0 Mingus, 1:25 till halftime. We'll be back after this.
Verde Valley Connections is your source for primary medical care.
Verde Valley Connections is here for you. We're taking new patients every day. Just give us a call and we'll set you up with an appointment, or stop in and we'll try to work you in.
We'll take the time to get to know you.
And if you need a prescription, our pharmacy is right here in the lobby.
Whether you're new in town or just don't have a primary care connection,
Verde Valley Connections is here for you.
Call 634-2236 and ask for Connections.
Back at Mingus High School here at Senior Appreciation Night, and everybody's appreciating this game, well, except for the guys from over in Camp Verde. But it's 42-0. The Marauders lead with 1:25 left to go in the opening half. Camp Verde called a timeout on 3rd down, and it says 20 on the board, but that's not right. It's only about 17 or so. And they called timeout as the clock ran down to 1:25, and now here's their big 3rd down and 17 play.
Well, looks like they're lining up for a pass play.
Not a bad idea. Trips on the right, one on the left. Back in the backfield behind the quarterback. Man in motion from right to left. Here's the snap, fake the handoff to him. Now the quarterback rolls right. Looking to throw right down the field, and it's intercepted by Brewer. Brewer with it to midfield, to the 40-yard line. He's got a wall of blockers in front of him down the left-hand side of the 20, to the 15, to the 10, to the 5. Brewer down at the 2.
Oh, my goodness.
67 seconds from halftime. Alex Brewer with an interception and a return of about 57 yards to the 2-yard line. They're marking with a 3. First down and goal, Mingus from the Camp Verde 3-yard line.
Actually, it was about a 64-yard return with the interception. And, well, Brewer wanted that TD, no doubt about it, and he worked hard for it.
They're going to start running the clock. The clock should never stop, JB. It should be continuous clock with the Marauders up 42. First down and goal, Mingus. Minute left. Here's the snap and the handoff going to Herndon to the left side. He's in the end zone. Touchdown! Tyler Herndon punishes number 35, Ryan Dufresne, for trying to stand in his way in the end zone. Oh, look at this. Fans on TV, watch the hit by Herndon as he gets to the end zone. Oh, wham! He smashes Dufresne for his 3rd touchdown of the game. Hanks has 3. Herndon has 3. The Marauders have 48, and they're looking for the extra point. And the young lady, Marley Uris, in the ball game to attempt the extra point. Here's the snap. Kick is up, and it is good! She knocks it through. That a girl. Marley gives the Marauders their 49th point of the opening half. 49 seconds till halftime. It's 49-zip. The Marauders with the lead. We'll be back with a Mingus kickoff after this.
Service, convenience, price. Taylor Waste is locally owned and voted #1 in residential garbage collection for the past 8 years in a row. And right now, new customers will enjoy 2 months free service with your switch to Taylor Waste. Add an extra container and take part in Taylor Waste's popular clean recycling program as well.
Hi, I'm Chris Taylor, owner of Taylor Waste. We're proud to serve our friends and neighbors with service tailored to your needs.
49 points on the board in the opening half for the Mingus Marauders as Jacobo looks to punt or kick the ball away again. There it is, high and deep. This time it will be fielded at the 6-yard line. To the middle of the field, it is 20 with the carry. It's Ray to about the 18-yard line before he's swarmed over by a sea of red. Wow, the Marauders looking good here tonight. 49 points, nearly half 100 in the opening half. That's funny. Jesse Dowling, city councilman, and the cannon man here at Mingus High School said he's got enough shot for about 100 points.
Right.
Well, we've got 49 in the first half, Jesse. We're trying to keep up with you, brother.
Right. No kidding. I asked him, though, if that was just the regular season budget, if we went into a new budget next week.
Yeah, we do. So we can score a lot of points tonight.
I love it.
First down and 10 Cowboys, bringing number 75 out on the field. That's Devin Westerveld, a 5'11", 180-pound junior. To play a little O-line. Return was to the 19-yard line, so they got an extra yard. And Cowboys look to take a snap, and they're going to hand off first. Man through, and he's smashed by Wellborn for a loss of 3. And a loss of 2. back to the 17-yard line, and it's 2nd down and 12 now, and that's going to be it. That's the end of the opening half. 49-0. The Marauders with the lead over Camp Verde here on Senior Appreciation Night at Mingus High School. The Marauders have played awesome in the first half, and they look to solidify their first-round home playoff game with a victory tonight over the arch-rival Camp Verde Cowboys. We'll be back with a halftime report, and Jay from Sears coming up here after this.
Keep your vehicle on the road and running right for less with Reese's Tire in Cottonwood. The Reese's Tire Car Care Club card never expires, and you'll save almost $475 off car care services. For only $89.95, you'll get 4 free oil changes, plus discounts on brakes, AC service, batteries, and of course, savings on tires too.
Come into Reese's Tire and Auto and ask us about our Car Care Club card.
At 2435 East State Route 89A in Cottonwood.
Marauders fans, take note. Renegade Steakhouse is the place to enjoy good food, good friends, and good times. From Wrangler's Prime Rib to Cowboy Caviar, and from Cactus Fries to Cowboy Burgers, it's all here waiting for you. I'm Ty Stite, inviting you to visit us at Renegade Steakhouse, where we do things with a style all our own.
Welcome to the Cottonwood Recreation Center. We would like to invite you to come on in.
Come on in.
Our whole team is here to help you get the most out of each workout here at the Cottonwood Recreation Center.
Verde Valley Connections is your source for primary medical care.
Verde Valley Connections is here for you. We're taking new patients every day. Just give us a call and we'll set you up with an appointment, or stop in and we'll try to work you in.
We'll take the time to get to know you.
And if you need a prescription, our pharmacy is right here in the lobby.
Whether you're new in town or just don't have a primary care connection,
Verde Valley Connections is here for you.
Call 634-2236 and ask for Connections.
Welcome to the Sears Halftime Report. On Facebook, be sure to like Cottonwood Sears for special Sears coupons each Friday and one-of-a-kind deals from your local Cottonwood Sears in the Food City Shopping Center. In just a moment, we'll have a recap of the first half, including Marauder highlights, scores, and stats. Now, let's head back live to the press box. Here's Zach Calandra.
Back at Mingus High School here at the half. It's 49-0. The Marauders at the lead over the Camp Verde Cowboys. The Marauders need to win tonight to hold on to a home field advantage in the playoffs next week. We think a win tonight would do that for the Marauders, but a loss would definitely put them on the road, and there's no doubt the Marauders are on their way to a big victory here tonight. 49-0 over the Camp Verde Cowboys. It's been all Mingus all night, and you know what? It hasn't been all one player. The Marauders have touchdowns, 3 touchdowns from Tyler Herndon, 3 touchdowns also from Dakota Hanks. So they're getting a little bit of help from everybody here tonight. It has been a devastating ground attack from the Mingus Marauders here tonight.
Yeah, all the touchdowns, all 7 touchdowns in the game on the ground. 3 by Hanks, 3 by Herndon, 1 by Kitchen.
Right.
And all running the ball. A couple of them short, but after big runs to set them up.
And Garcia with the punt returns to give them good field position. I mean, things have been working tonight for the Marauders.
Well, Garcia's got well over 100 yards in punt returns already. But it certainly helps when you have, 7 attempts.
Right, but he's had some long ones, and on every one of them he's gained at least 15 yards. He's really made a difference because what we saw earlier in the year was letting that ball bounce and bounce and bounce and not picking it up, and then it rolls an extra 10 yards, where he's been picking it up and picking up. That's like a 25-yard difference.
Well, Garcia's come a long way. The first time we saw him back there receiving punts, first
Chino
game,
Valley.
Yes, exactly.
He dropped all 4 of them.
I try to forget things like that.
Well, I'm here to help you remember.
Well, thank you so much.
Jay from Sears is here to help you remember, too.
I know. If I got to remember the bad times, I'm glad you're here with me.
Yeah, we'll share the bad times together there, buddy.
There you go.
And the good times.
It has been all Mingus, and it has been a good time for the Marauders here, and hopefully, well, Nick's got like 45 minutes worth of replay film all set for us, I certainly imagine. It started with the Mingus Marauders, first quarter, 9:45 left to go, a 21-yard scamper by Dakota Hanks, and this would be the first score of the game. Cuts it up the middle, finds the end zone to the right, gets a late block out there by Brewer, more of a get in the way, but still effective. The extra point by Kadira was good. Mingus was up 7-0. That would be the only lead they would need so far here in the first half.
Got a couple more scores just in case.
Yeah, yeah, it was insurance runs.
Yeah, some insurance touchdowns.
5:45 left to go, still first quarter. Mingus would score again, a 46-yard breakaway by Herndon, and he will find the end zone on the left-hand side, coming all the way down the line, and a cutback right at the end.
And look who that is flying around through the air doing somersaults. Gregson. He's been in on everything tonight.
Right. Well, that's true. And, you know, he's got great speed for an offensive lineman.
Right,
to
yeah.
Stay up with Herndon.
Talk about your pulling guard.
Right, right. Pull my, and then you stay on my wing all the way down.
Your pulling guard that turns around to play point guard.
Right. Good point. Excellent point. Second quarter action, just barely into the second quarter. Mingus would score again, 11:27 left to go. Herndon gets his second touchdown, this one a 5-yard run, and we'll just basically take the misdirection, cut it up the middle, but look at that offensive line push.
Look at that push. They gotta get that kid pushed him all the way out of the back of the end zone.
That is true.
Yeah.
And is that number 90?
That's Greg Charles, yeah.
Greg Charles teaming up with another Mingus Marauder and took him to the bus, if we can use a line from a football movie.
Yeah, well, for sure. I mean, they pushed him all the way off the field.
Yeah. Well, you know, that certainly creates a hole to run through.
That's like a 20-yard block.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, they started, about the 5. They pushed him all the way through the end zone and threw him out the back about 5 yards. It's like a 20-yard block.
That is true. Mingus would score again after the extra point by Kadera. Second quarter action still, 6:22 left to go. A 3-yard dive by Dakota Hanks. And once again, a huge hole. Great block by Jordan.
Wellborn.
Cutting his man off there, and Hanks gets his next touchdown of the game. It wouldn't be his last here in the first half. In fact, that was his second.
Right.
But now let's switch it up a little bit. 5:50 left to go. A little misdirection from the wingback. Happens to be Brandon Kitchen, showing some great speed from behind the line. Good blocking there. Finds the hole and then cuts it up. A great acceleration.
Yeah, he's fast.
Oh, yeah, and he just absolutely outran everybody. Had one block downfield. How important is that block downfield? I swear. You know, sometimes, you know, just that little nip downfield to get somebody off balance, they can't turn around and catch you. And that's the basics. That's the fundamentals that Coach Young was talking about, getting back to the basics. And the extra point was good by Kadera. By the way, 3:25 left to go. Mingus would get the ball back again, and Hanks, after a huge run, sets himself up for his third touchdown of the game. A 1-yard dive this time, and Kadera would add the extra point and make it a 42-yard continuous clock game at this point, and up the other direction goes Dakota Hanks for the touchdown. And then
I want to see this one.
With 49 seconds left to go, the 64-yard interception return for an almost touchdown by Brewer sets up a 4-yard run by Herndon for his third touchdown, a punishing run right before the end of the half.
That's
by
all number
Mingus
35. Dufresne.
He cuts the corner. Great block there by Gregson, getting through the hole.
Dufresne right on the goal line.
Yep, trying to stop him, and
wow,
he put his head down, got lower than Herndon, but Herndon had all of the momentum on that play. No doubts about it.
I love replay.
Well, here we are at halftime, and it is 49-0. It's gone all Mingus's way.
It sure has, Jay. What's it look like from up on the top? The fans seem to be in it. The Marauders are just running up and down the field. Everybody's having a good time here on Senior Appreciation Day.
Oh, yeah, it is. This is a great way to end regular season right now. I mean,
barring any miracles, which I don't see, this is going to just be a great night. I think this is a great confidence booster for these guys going into the playoffs. You know, it is Camp Verde right now, and nothing against Camp Verde, just not their season. So we're just gonna take what we can get, learn what they can learn tonight, and I think it's like I said, it's a good way to go into the playoffs, no doubt.
Build your confidence.
Well, I think the statement that was or I overheard by somebody was, "What a difference a year makes."
Right.
Oh man,
or a week even.
Well, sometimes. Sometimes.
That was a long trip last week, huh, guys? Sorry.
Yeah, well, last week, Jay. Sneaking out on
you know
us
what?
on,
You know
game
what?
up in
What is that?
Snowflake.
My first time in 4 years.
You don't have time to drive to New Mexico?
You know, hey, I would have. I really would have, but.
And you know, in Snowflake, we were expecting that you'd still be blue even without the shirt.
Yeah, I know. Well,
but it was warm.
It was probably better than it is tonight. We're up there tonight. It's a little chilly up top there tonight. So
no, it's good here in the box.
No, yeah, I know it is. It's nice here in the box. That's why I like doing this halftime show.
So, come on, run
I get to come down here, warm up.
All right, fans, let's take a quick break here during our halftime show. We'll be back to talk over things that are going on at Sears with Jay from Sears. Mingus on top, 49-0 over Camp Verde at halftime. We'll be back with more of the halftime show coming up after this.
It's nice to see so many familiar faces.
Enjoying great Sears prices. Sears Hometown Stores, where you'll find that great Sears quality and new Sears availability at the lowest prices guaranteed. We're like your father's Sears store, but a whole lot more. If it's not on our shelf, it's right here online, and we'll have it delivered to your front door. Plus, we have the largest selection of home appliances in the industry, including the top 10 national brands. Sears Hometown Stores, we're in your neighborhood.
Your life, it's all out in front of you. Your future, wide open. Come and get it. Degrees that transfer, programs that train for jobs. Yavapai College. Life explored. It's a big world. So many places to go and things to see. Experiences you've dreamed of. They can all start close to home. Degrees that transfer, programs that train for jobs. Yavapai College. Life explored.
Two things we can count on every year.
A new set of tax rules and great weather here in northern Arizona.
Jackson Hewitt Tax Service, locally owned and operated by Lewis Rice since 1997, is here for you all year long.
Your neighborhood Jackson Hewitt Tax Office will help you in all of your taxing situations.
Electronic filing is always free with your tax preparation at Jackson Hewitt Tax Service.
Get more in return. Call 1-800-234-1040 for an office near you.
Verde Valley Connections is your source for primary medical care.
Verde Valley Connections is here for you. We're taking new patients every day. Just give us a call and we'll set you up with an appointment, or stop in and we'll try to work you in.
We'll take the time to get to know you.
And if you need a prescription, our pharmacy is right here in the lobby.
Whether you're new in town or just don't have a primary care connection,
Verde Valley Connections is here for you.
Call 634-2236 and ask for Connections.
Each year, the faces change, yet the will to test one's passion remains the same. A courage that fosters a sense of pride in each of us. Keeping that pride strong and healthy is our job.
That hurts a lot, huh?
World-class therapists, nurses, and orthopedic surgeons focused on keeping our athletes in the game. From prevention, diagnosis, treatment, and the latest in non-invasive surgical techniques, you can feel confident that we're on the sideline, ready when you need us.
Back at Mingus High School as John Christensen comes through with his Kansas State hat on, feeling good about his Kansas State football team there, JB. As he should. They're ranked number 3 in the country right now, I think.
It's been a
nice
while.
job. Yeah.
It's been a while since they've been there.
It's been a long time, yeah. That Big 12 schedule. That's a tough schedule, a tough conference to have to play in. Jay, Sears, we're getting close to Christmas. People will start thinking about stuff like that, and you guys have got some great deals going on as we're heading into November and the holiday season.
You know what they do? And right now, they're doing their 50% off of all their wall ovens.
Perfect for Thanksgiving.
I know, for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
I mean, hello, let's get the turkey and get the oven before we get there.
Do you get the turkey with the oven?
No, but if you come in and see me, you can talk to a turkey and I'll sell you an oven. No.
50% off.
50% off. You can afford the turkey.
Got it,
exactly.
okay.
And that's off your Kenmore, Kenmore Elite, and Kenmore Pro wall ovens. So,
nice.
And then you got 30% off all other Kenmore appliances right now, $4.99 and over, and that's with your Sears card. I mean, all the great deals, all the great deals going on, and they just set up. We just got done setting up the gift bar at the store, and that's
how about a layaway? See, a layaway program.
They do a layaway program.
Wow,
yes.
That's something that
yeah.
you tell people
absolutely. Yeah. Hell yeah. Put that washer and dryer on layaway, or that 60-inch, or the tools, which. The tool bar, I gotta tell you, man, that gift bar with all the tools on it, that is way cool. It's nice. You bring your wife in, and this is what I figured out. You bring your wife and your kids in because there's kids' toys. Well, but there's kids' toys at the end. So you let the kids go look at the toys at the end, and then you just kind of walk towards your wife and say, I want that, and maybe Santa can bring us that. And dude, do you know, and here's something they got at the store. It freaked me out when I saw it. I mean, absolutely freaked me out.
What?
They have Rock'em Sock'em robots.
Oh, those are the best.
Oh.
Dude, they got them.
Do they work?
Yes, dude. They're like, yes, dude. Man. It's awesome. I so want to set one up and just
play.
That
I have at home, the little red guy's foot broken. He can't get him. He can't clip him in anymore, so he always gets jacked up.
Well, see, this is it. Come on in. Get yourself a new Rock'em. I mean, it's
great?
cool. I was looking at the thing. I said, you're kidding me, right? I said, no, this is awesome.
You know,
it's
the
awesome.
other one I found was the old vibrating football game. Tries you when you're a kid, you loved it.
I know.
You're an adult, like,
and it's still available. They still got them out there everywhere. So, and then they got these cool hats.
Yeah, how about that? That's an LED hat. So
yeah, it's an LED
click it on
hat.
And the light will shine on what you're working on.
I don't want to shine it in the camera, but check it out.
Oh,
look at that. It's got lights on it. And
dude,
look at that. Ow, that glare hurt.
It's 49-0 here at halftime. The Mingus Marauders leading the Camp Verde Cowboys.
I was looking in the mirror.
And teams are coming back out on the field. So we're going to take a final break of our halftime, and we'll be back for second half action. The Mingus Marauders leading Camp Verde 49-0. We'll be back after this.
It's nice to see so many familiar faces.
Enjoying great Sears prices. Sears Hometown Stores, where you'll find that great Sears quality and new Sears availability at the lowest prices guaranteed. We're like your father's Sears store, but a whole lot more. If it's not on our shelf, it's right here online, and we'll have it delivered to your front door. Plus, we have the largest selection of home appliances in the industry, including the top 10 national brands. Sears Hometown Stores, we're in your neighborhood.
Marauders fans, take note. Renegade Steakhouse is the place to enjoy good food, good friends, and good times. From Wrangler's Prime Rib to Cowboy Caviar, and from Cactus Fries to Cowboy Burgers, it's all here waiting for you. I'm Ty Stite, inviting you to visit us at Renegade Steakhouse, where we do things with a style all our own.
Your life, it's all out in front of you. Your future, wide open. Come and get it. Degrees that transfer, programs that train for jobs. Yavapai College. Life explored. It's a big world. So many places to go and things to see. Experiences you've dreamed of. They can all start closer to home. Degrees that transfer, programs that train for jobs. Yavapai College. Life explored.
This is
Back at Mingus High School to start the second half of play. Camp Verde Cowboys kick off, and it's an onside kick that gets knocked down and covered by the Marauders out near midfield. I believe it was Cadera that covered at that time, and no,
it was Longfellow, I believe.
Oh,
it was either Longfellow or Hanks that picked it up, and it was Hanks that was slapping Longfellow on the back. So I'm going to say he got credit.
All right. First down and 10, Mingus, and we're going to have to start keeping our eye out on numbers here. Simmons is still in at quarterback. Looks like they've got Herndon split wide to the left-hand side. And looking to throw the ball. No, it's a run up the middle, and it's the big man, Longfellow, bringing it to the outside, to the 20, to the 10, to the end zone. Touchdown! One play into the second half, and it's a 53-yard touchdown run by Josh Longfellow. He's only got about 3 carries on the year, and all 3 of them have gone for touchdowns. That one's a long one, brings up the average, and the Marauders lead 55-0 here with just 19 seconds into the third quarter of play.
Holy cow, Longfellow just took off. Great job juking back and forth, using his blocks downfield, and just shimmying his way into the end zone.
Here comes the young lady, Marley Ures, in to attempt the extra point. It's up, and it looks good, and it is good. She's knocked down 2 in a row, 56-0. Just like that, the Marauders one play, touchdown, big fullback through the line into the end zone, 55-0. I'm going to put the point up, 56-0. Mingus with the lead.
Well, Longfellow had absolutely no problems with it. He was, well, a menace to Camp Verde last year, leading the Mingus Marauders in rushing. However, I don't think he had any breakaways like that last year.
You know, you look down the sideline, Marauders are jumping up and down and smacking each other around in the helmet and giving each other high fives and stuff. Jackie, this is what Mingus needed before our playoff run. They needed to get this swagger back a little bit. They needed to start feeling good about themselves, like they're the big kid on the block.
I think Longfellow went back to Coach Young and said, so do I get back in the backfield?
Yeah. Do I get to run again, Coach? I got a pretty good average, you know. Jacobo in the kickoff for Mingus. And it is high and not very deep. Taken at the 13-yard line. It's going to be Ashley trying to get to the outside of the Marauder sideline. He gets there, but he's shut out. Before he can get all the way down the sideline, he is closed off at about the 36-yard line. First down and 10. Cowboys will have the ball for their first time here in the second half of play.
Well, getting pushed out of bounds there by, looks like Felix Vera.
No, Felix Vera getting in a little PT. You know, I'm seeing a lot of familiar numbers out there, JB. The Marauders have not emptied the bench as of yet, leading 56-0. And the clock running, it will be a continuous clock as long as the Marauders are up by 42 or more, which is why that last touchdown was very important. Get to a 2-touchdown lead on the continuous clock. I formation pitch to the tailback. It's Ashley, and he's hit by Longfellow and down for a loss of 1. Now Longfellow does a little bit of everything, runs 53-yard sprints to the end zone for touchdowns, and rips down your running back for a loss of 1 on the play.
Well, leads the Marauders in tackles. I may have mentioned that in the pregame. By the way, here in the first half, only 33 yards of offense for the Camp Verde Cowboys. In fact, we can take a look at it here pretty quickly. It wasn't pretty. 14 yards of passing, 18 yards, 19 yards rushing, 14 yards
11.
passing, 33 yards total, and 11 negative yardage plays. And, well, starting the second half here with another negative yardage play.
That's a good stat. I was just going to ask that question. You put it up there on the screen for me. Second down and 11. Here's a snap, and they're looking to run it with the cornerback, and he's got a few yards. Before being tackled, looks like Garcia was in on it. Looks like Carter may have been in on it. And, well, no, let's see. That's not Carter. That might be the other kid. Oh, no, that was Carter that made that play that time. I thought it might have been 72 Eppinger.
3 for the Cowboys. At their
well, Mingus absolutely took out the decoy. Shot it up, but whoops, missed that one.
Third down and 3 now from the Camp Verde 43-yard line. Quarterback, Lowball in the shotgun, awaiting the snap. Man goes in motion in front of the quarterback, and Lowball is going to run it himself. He's hit behind the line of scrimmage and down. Pelletier's in there along with Carter. And let's see who else came in to clear it up. It looks like it's Cadera that came in to help out. 3 Marauders in on the tackle, and it brings up 4th down and 4 now. Loss of 1, another negative yardage play for this Marauder defense. And Mingus will switch out some personnel here. Number 44. Coming into the ball game, JB. I'm not sure I've called 44 all season long. As a matter of fact, that is why we haven't called him all season long. We don't know who he is. But he's out there ready to play some football.
Well,
Oh, and Kitchen's going to be the return man on the punt now.
Well, that's not much of a switch out.
No, he could really do some damage as well. Here's the punt, angled out of bounds, and they're not even going to let Mingus there. 5 yards, plenty. Just don't let him run it back. He got a little more than that. He got about 30 or 40 yards, depending on where. There he goes. He's going to stop at the 39-yard line.
You notice how they so definitely stop?
Yeah, right. Yeah, like they know where it was.
Right, exactly.
That guy at that Blue Ridge game didn't have a clue. He didn't even know where he was.
Oh, +2 man.
No, that was the guy. That was the guy last week at Snowflake. I mean, the guy when Blue Ridge punted the ball out of bounds at about the 50-yard line, he marked it back at our 30.
Right.
The worst punt in the history of Blue Ridge, I'm sure. And now the Marauders have made a change at quarterback. Tanner Karen in running the offense for the Marauders now. And they've got Gilbert Cadera in at running back. Another new guy in there in motion. They're going to give the ball to Cadera going to the left-hand side. And he's going to have a gain of about 6 yards out to the 46-yard line. And that's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd down and 3. Marauders making some substitutions now. Shane Tremble coming into the ball game for the Mingus Marauders. Trying to look on that offensive line, seeing if they're making some changes up there as well. Looks like Robert Shelley is in right now for the Marauders. Kitchen in at the wingback position on the right side. Cadera in the backfield. And now Rios goes into motion. They're going to hand off to Cadera again. Cadera fighting for yards. And he's dragging defenders with him across midfield for a 1st down to the Camp Verde 46-yard line. So the Marauders are making some changes. They got 59 out on the line right now. That's Jake Hockman. Haven't seen him too much. Number 76 is out there again. That's Robert Shelley. He keeps sticking out because he's a big kid out there, JB. Old Shelley, a junior, 6'2", 240.
Could be the future Marauders out here on the field.
Yeah, it could be. It's good to see. 1st down and 10, Mingus on the drive again. Karen hands off, going to the right-hand side to Kitchen. Kitchen spins away from the initial contact, but he's dragged down after a short gain. He's got about 4 yards, it looks like, on the carry, bringing up 2nd down.
Now, in most situations, you'd be talking about a 4-yard gain as a pretty decent gain on 1st down.
Cordell McKeever out there on that offensive line for the Marauders. As a matter of fact, looks like, I was going to say, it looks like McKeever might be the center, but I think that's Hockman in at center right now. Man in motion. Marauders are going to hand off again to Cadera. Cadera's got a big hole, and he's got a 1st down inside the 35. It won't be tackled till around the 32-yard line. A gain of 10 on the play, and a 1st down for the Marauders.
And Mingus playing quickly from that line of scrimmage.
Yeah, they're not wasting any time. Karen rolling this offense in a hurry.
83 coming in for the Mingus Marauders. Looks like he might be bringing in the play. Jesse Moronis.
Yep, Moronis. Looks like it's 62 in there on the offensive line. That's Charles Novak, a sophomore. 2 on the right, 2 on the left, and a handoff. No, Karen's going to keep it himself. Karen to the 25, to the 20, still on his feet, hit from behind, and a 1st down. Tanner Karen inside the 15-yard line, all the way down to the 13. A big gain of about 18 yards or more, and Karen's got the Marauders in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 13.
Well, he'll pick up 20 yards on that carry.
Cowboy 13-yard line.
And the Marauders again quickly to the line of scrimmage. Gives us a chance to see some more of these numbers. Number 71 is in there at center right now. That's Tyler Bond. Karen takes a snap. Handoff coming to the left-hand side on the sweep. And into the end zone. Touchdown! It's 28. It's Rios with the carry. Jesse Rios takes it in from 13 yards out, and the Marauders lead 62-0 with 5.5 minutes left to go in the 3rd quarter of play. The clock will not stop, and the Marauders will attempt the extra point.
9th rushing touchdown for the Mingus Marauders here. Wow.
Yeah, padding the stats. Uris in to attempt the extra point. Marley Uris, the female kicker, and this one is up. Oh, it's off the left upright, and it bounces out. No good. Well, the first thing that's gone wrong tonight for the Marauders, 62-0 over the Camp Verde Cowboys here on Senior Appreciation Night. We'll be back with the Marauder kickoff coming up after this.
Your local Taco Bell invites you to Live Moss. Try the Doritos Locos Tacos today, made with a shell of real nacho cheese Dorito chips. convenient hours, drive-through, and open late every night. Visit your local Taco Bell, located on the corner of Highway 89A and Cove Parkway in Cottonwood. Taco Bell. Live Moss.
Back at Mingus High School, Marauders kicking off once again, and here it is. Bounce on the sideline, and it will go through into the end zone. Fourth touchback of the night for Jacobo, and Camp Verde will start 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. The clock stops while they get the ball set, but it will start running once again. 62-0. The Marauders with the lead, JB. Their highest scoring output of the season. Their previous high was a 54-0 rout over Payson here a couple weeks ago.
Very true, and the Mingus Marauders here tonight. Jacobo with the 4 touchbacks off kickoffs. In the stat books, they're going to look like, he drove them all the way through the end zone. He's bounced a couple of them. That one bounced at about the 18-yard line, took a right-hand turn toward the corner.
Israel Montillo in the game for the Mingus Marauders, along with Zach Simmons, it looks like. Here's the snap. Loba to throw to the left side. He's got a man. Ashley with the reception, and he's tackled. Short of a first down. Tackle made by the Marauders. Looks like it's 23 that makes the tackle. Dakota Hanks playing defense.
Well, that's different.
Yeah, how about that? Looking for some other new numbers out there. We still got 44 out there. We'd like to know who he is. We'll have to find out. He's getting a little PT here. And he's actually running the defense for the Marauders. Oh, you know what? 44, isn't that supposed to be Zach Simmons tonight?
No, he's supposed to be 84.
Oh, 84. Oh. 2nd down and 2 play. Loba takes a snap and will hand off to his back. No, he's going to keep it himself, and well, it's going to depend on the spot. I think they're going to give him the 2 yards and a first down. He's real close to it, and I think they will mark him right on the 30-yard line, which will be a first down. I think they're going to say it's first down. Yeah, first down. All right, on the 30. So the Cowboys pick up a first down on a couple of runs and now have it 1st and 10 from their own 30. 4 minutes left to go here in the third quarter. 62-0. The Marauders with the lead. Here come the Cowboys breaking their huddle into the line of scrimmage. At this point, do you think Camp Verde's just playing for a score?
Yeah. I think so.
Awaiting the snap. Low ball looking right. Throwing in a hurry across the middle. An alligator arming at that time is 41, Tyler Dickey. If I catch it, I'm going to get killed, so I'll just let it go by.
Eric Pierce was playing safety out there, and he had already broken down. I'm sure his eyeballs were about 4 inches wide.
Looking at Max Scherzer.
Oh, yeah, looking at that slant coming in front of him and the receiver not having any vision of him whatsoever. That's a gift.
Matt Cowich out there on that defensive line for the Mingus Marauders tonight here on Senior Appreciation Night. Of course, he is one of the Marauders seniors, so being up by so much, head coach Bob Young saying, young man, you've worked so hard all year long. Get out there and play some football. 2nd down and 10. Low ball in the shotgun. Man goes in motion from left to right. Now dropping back. 3-step drop, pump fake, throws to the left-hand side of the field. He's got a man, and he's hit immediately. And now he's hit by a couple more guys and wrestled to the ground. But the progress will be a gain of 5 to the 35-yard line, where it will now be 3rd down and 5. Catch made that time by the wideout, number 80, Martin Felix.
First time he's been able to connect up with him tonight.
3rd down and 6.
Well, got an update, couple of score updates here. We got Blue Ridge 40-0 over Winslow, so that one's going Mingus's way. Estrella Foothills over Wickenburg 34-7. Bradshaw trailing Kingman by 18-17, and Flag having their way with the Sand Devils 35-0.
Awaiting the snap, dropping back, low ball, looking to throw, going up top, down the left-hand side, and it's incomplete. Seneca had a beat on it. He was the closest player to it. That time, I think low ball felt the pressure coming, knew where he wanted to go, and threw it up way downfield and from the right hash mark to outside the left hash mark, and ball's up in the air for quite a while. Gave Seneca a chance to get back and make a play.
Well, sometimes when you see that pressure coming, the first words out of your mouth are Hail Mary.
4th down and 6, yeah, or something else. As the Marauders send Brendan Kitchen back to receive the punt again. And another line drive punt. It's going to be taken by Kitchen at the 30. Kitchen at 35 to the 40. Kitchen still on his feet to midfield and across the midfield. He goes to the 40 to the 30-yard line. Looking for a block. Kitchen leaps over a defender. Still on his feet and finally tackled inside the 20. Down around the 17-yard line. Another tremendous return. 10, 20, 30, 40, 53 yards on the return. And Brennan Kitchen has given the Marauders 1st and 10 from their opponent's 16.
Holy cow. Well, Brendan Kitchen was off to the races, and, man, he took more turns than a NASCAR race does in 400 laps. Just cutting back, 3-4 times left and right.
Taylor Thaggart out on the field for the Mingus Marauders, along with Herb Tiffany now. Looks like they'll be the combo in the backfield. Tanner Karen is the Marauder quarterback. He led them on a touchdown drive their last possession. And now on 1st and 10 from the 16-yard line. Handoff going right up the middle. And it's Thaggart with a carry. And Thaggart's inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. A gain of 8 on the play. 50 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. 2nd down and 2 here for the Marauders inside the 10.
I'm running out of places to add new people.
Gain of 8 on that play by Mr. Thaggart.
Play run in by Shane Trimble, number 86. He'll give it over to Karen. And now we've got a timeout. Camp Verde calling timeout with 34 seconds left in the quarter. 2nd down and 2 for the Marauders. Let's take a break. We'll be back after the Cowboy TO.
Your life, it's all out in front of you. Your future, wide open. Come and get it. Degrees that transfer, programs that train for jobs. Yavapai College. Life explored. It's a big world. So many places to go and things to see. Experiences you've dreamed of. They can all start closer to home. Degrees that transfer, programs that train for jobs. Yavapai College. Life explored.
Back at Mingus High School, JB, I looked down in the field during the timeout, see my daughter Heather down there with her sports med class helping out the team. It's nice to see Heather Clandra out there helping out head coach Bob Young and this Mingus Marauder football team. 2nd down and 2 now. Here's a snap. Karen, a handoff to the right-hand side. It's Thaggart again. Thaggart is inside the 5 to the 4, which will be a 1st down for the Marauders. 1st and goal from the 4-yard line. Jackie Heather's been working hard. She's going to be in a powerlifting contest coming up in Mesa on November 3rd, where she's expected to break at least 2 national records.
That would be absolutely awesome. She already shredded some Mingus Marauder records earlier this last track and field season, right?
Yeah. She's the Marauder school record holder and hopes to break the state record in shot put this year. So we'll see. She's working hard. There's no doubt about it. All right, fans, let's take a quick break right here. It's 62-0 as we head to the 4:48. It's kind of fun going 4:48 when you're up 62. We'll be back after this.
Everybody knows that high school sports generate suspense, excitement, and drama.
They also generate higher grade point averages, stronger work habits, and greater self-esteem.
Everybody knows that high school sports give us more value for our entertainment dollar.
They also give us leaders, committed to strengthening communities right here in Arizona. The true value of playing sports in school can't be measured in wins and losses or dollars and cents. Studies show that participation in sports, along with other extracurricular activities, is one of the best ways to teach leadership, cooperation, accountability, and other invaluable life skills. Don't just stand on the sidelines. Encourage the young people you know to get in the game. When you do, you'll be helping them get ahead in life. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Arizona Interscholastic Association and the Arizona Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Back at Mingus, 1st and goal, a handoff to Herb. Tiffany's in the end zone, touchdown! Herb Tiffany, a sophomore, 5'7", 130. with rocks in his pockets. Makes it to the end zone for a touchdown. The Marauders now lead 68-0 with the extra point from Marley Ures coming up.
Are you allowed to play with rocks in your pockets?
Well, if you weigh 130 pounds, they let you add a little padding on. It's like a racehorse, you know. They add a little weight to them to make them all even out a little bit. Tanner Karen, the holder. Ures, the kicker, and it is up and looks like it's wide left, and it is no good. 68-0. The Marauders lead with 11:44 left to go here in the fourth quarter play. We'll be back with the Marauder kickoff coming up after this.
Keep your vehicle on the road and running right for less with Reese's Tire in Cottonwood. The Reese's Tire Car Care Club card never expires, and you'll save almost $475 off car care services. For only $89.95, you'll get 4 free oil changes, plus discounts on brakes, AC service, batteries, and of course, savings on tires too.
Come into Reese's Tire and Auto and ask us about our Car Care Club card.
At 2435 East State Route 89A in Cottonwood.
Back at Mingus High School on Senior Appreciation Night, it's 68-0. Mingus smashing Camp Verde. It looks like they're going to switch out the kicker. Gilberto Cadera is going to try a kickoff here. Jacobo's still out there, but he's one of the guys who's going to run down the field and tackle people. Here's the kickoff. It bounces at the 33, bounces off the guy at the 21, still kicking it around, and now coming up with it is Loza, and he's still on his feet, trying to get to the near side, and now slowed down by the Marauders, and now hit, and still trying to go, and still chuck it forward. What a good run. What an inspired run by that youngster out there, Josh Loza, and returns it all the way out to near the 40-yard line. I mean, he really did some work to get that return, Jackie.
Well, you know, the Cowboys here so far through 3 quarters have 53 yards of offense, and they got to be looking to the special teams to maybe break something.
You know things are good when you've got more points than your opponent has yards.
No kidding. Yeah, that is definitely true. Hockman will stay out there to play defense for the Mingus Marauders, and it looks like, well, it could be Zach Simmons out there. Is he wearing 88 today? I thought he was going to wear 84.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think that is Simmons out there in 88. Though.
He's tall enough for him.
It's about that size, yeah, no doubt. Awaiting the snap, and there it is. They're going to hand off to Ashley, going to the right side. Ashley is up and down after a short gain. Got about 2, maybe 3 yards, depending on the spot there. Clock running, 10:50 left to go in the ball game. 68-0. Mingus holding on.
Holding on. Ruvalakaba getting a chance to play the other side of the line for a while.
We got number 48 out there. I don't remember saying his name too much this year.
Vera.
Oh, Felix Vera. Yeah, okay.
He was in on the special teams tackle earlier.
Yeah. Good player. Started as a tight end at the beginning of the season. 2nd down and 6 now for the Cowboys. Low ball with a man in motion. It's Dickey, and we'll hand it to Dickey coming to the left-hand side. Dickey cuts back into the middle, and then he stood up and hit and knocked backwards. They're going to give him progress of 2 yards to the 45-yard line, where it will now be 3rd down and 5 for the Camp Verde Cowboys.
That's his first run here in the second half. And Dickey has got 4 carries, 4 yards. 2 forward, 2 backward.
Well, at least he's consistent.
Got some score updates here for you. Oh. Blue Ridge now 40-0 over Winslow.
Pounding the Bulldogs, who came up with a big win over the undefeated Monument Valley team last week. Here's a pass and a 1st down. Catch made by Ashley. Tackled by a host of Marauders, including number 2, Anthony Lopez, who is another sophomore, 5'8", 140 pounds, getting a little time here at the varsity squad, JB.
Safety.
Yeah, Zach Simmons got in there and made the play. And let's see, Mingus is really starting to switch some things up here. We're seeing lots of new numbers out there. Is that a number 77 I see? Let's see, that's Damian Gill out playing right now for the Marauders. 1st down and 10 from the Mingus 44-yard line. Here's a pitch going to the right-hand side to Ashley. Ashley getting outside on the Marauders and down the right sideline. He's caught and tackled. But a big run. Number 44 made the play. It's going to be a 1st down to the Marauder 32-yard line. And now Mingus is starting to think, wait a minute, we don't want to let these guys score. And Mingus starts sending some new bodies out on the field, including 51, Norberto Mesa coming out there, and 56, Mario Rubalcaba.
Right. Offensive lineman. Go out there and hit somebody.
Yeah. It's your turn.
Right.
First and 10, Cowboys from the Marauder 32. Lobaugh takes a snap. Handoff up the middle, and no, he's going to keep it himself, and Lobaugh is going to have a gain of about 7 down around the Marauder 25-yard line. Still 8 minutes and 15 seconds left to go here in regulation time. I'm not sure we'll need any more than that. 68-0, the Marauders with the lead.
Well, that was a great fake by Lobaugh. Did a great job of putting the ball in the breadbasket and stealing it back out.
Decent-sized kid, 6'1", 200 pounds, a senior.
Yeah.
From the gun, one man behind him, 2 on the left, 2 on the right. Here's the snap, and they're going to hand off to the man behind him. That's Loza, and Loza is going to be knocked down for no gain, and he's going to actually maybe even lost a yard. Looks like they're going to have him back around the 25, so it's going to be no gain. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 3 now for Camp Verde.
Well, I think that's where the ball was disjointed from the body.
Oh.
And I think it bounced out of bounds, so they'll maintain possession, but I think they marked it where the ball went out of bounds.
Yeah, and it's a gain of about a yard to the Marauder 24-yard line. They need to get between the 22 and 23 for a 1st down.
Deepest penetration of the Cowboys all game.
How about it? 3rd down and short now, Cowboys. Here's the snap, and they're going to throw. Pump fake, up top, left side, has a man, and it's tipped, and then it's caught for a touchdown. Well, the Marauders, Anthony Lopez got back and tipped the ball, and it came down in the hands of Doug Ashley to break up the Marauders shutout with 7:19 left to go in the game at 68-6. Mingus with the lead.
Well, great concentration by Ashley out there because it was indeed broken up, but not intercepted. Boy, he's going to have nightmares about not intercepting that one.
Yeah, especially when he's got to do a bunch of up downs tomorrow.
Tipped it, unfortunately, not. I mean, if you're going to knock it down, just knock it straight down. And he didn't. He tipped it up, trying to go for the interception.
And looking to go for 2 now are the Cowboys. Lobaugh looking to throw again, rolling to the right, throwing to the right. He's got to be wide open in the back of the end zone. 2-point conversion is good.
DeFrenze, right?
Man, not only did they give up the shutout, but then the extra point there. It's Ryan Dufresne with the 2-point conversion. And the Marauders' lead is shaved to 60. 7:19 left to go. It's 68-8. Mingus with the lead. We'll be back with a kick return after this.
Marauders fans, take note. Renegade Steakhouse is the place to enjoy good food, good friends, and good times. From Wrangler's Prime Rib to Cowboy Caviar, and from Cactus Fries to Cowboy Burgers, it's all here waiting for you. I'm Ty Stite, inviting you to visit us at Renegade Steakhouse, where we do things with a style all our own.
Back at Mingus High School, you see some of the Marauder cheerleaders there for our fans watching at home. They're having a great night tonight, except for they got to do leg kicks for every time the Marauders score a point. They're like, 60-8, splendid, coach.
Right. Yeah, no kidding. However, I remember when they used to do push-ups.
Yeah, they're really happy they don't do that anymore. But remember after they used to do push-ups, then they'd throw the footballs up in the stands? Once they started throwing the footballs over the top of the cave here, I think they decided, let's quit doing the push-ups. The girls are strong enough. And Tyler Herndon with a return for the Marauders. Down the sideline he goes. Herndon still on his feet and a return to the Camp Verde 37, 36-yard line. A big return for Tyler Herndon. And the Marauders have got a short field to work with once again. 1st and 10 from the Camp Verde 35.
Great return by Herndon. Surprised to see him back there, actually.
Yeah, I am too. Here comes the Marauder offense back out on the field. A lot of the JV squad running out there right now for Mingus, Jack. Yeah, it's good to see. Get these guys a little experience up here on the varsity level so they're ready to go for next year. First down and 10, Mingus. Tanner Karen in at quarterback. He's led the Marauders on 2 scoring drives. Hands off up the middle. There's a big hole to the outside. Still on his feet and trying to gain extra yards. Looked like he's going to have a lot more room to run. Taylor Thagard that time, a sophomore, 5'8", 155. Looked like he was going to break it to the outside. And then right at the last second, he cut it back to the middle and got tackled.
Almost pulled a Hanks. Up the middle, out to the outside, big yardage.
Yeah, right, and gone.
Cowboy, 27-yard line.
So a gain of 8 brings up second down and 2 now for the Marauders from the 27-yard line of Camp Verde. 6:06 left to go here in regulation time. The Marauders on the move once again. Karen in at quarterback, and handoff going to sweep it to the left-hand side to Rios. Rios has a first down, still going inside the 20, and he'll be tackled at the 19. First down and 10, Mingus from the 19-yard line of the Cowboys. And you can't say that Mingus just kept their offense and kept their first team in there. These are the guys that came off the bench that are pushing in. If they score here, their 3rd touchdown.
Right, exactly. Mingus has done wholesale changes without a doubt. New player coming into the game, number 82, Masad Montano.
That a baby. Montano,
Junior.
little dude.
5'8", 140.
Wow.
He's going to do a fade route.
Doesn't look little to Herb Tiffany. Here's a snap and a handoff going up the middle, and it's Thagard again. And Thagard's going to have a couple of yards. Like they're going to have him down around the 17-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up second down and 8 now for Mingus. 5:05 left to go.
See, that's a perfect example. If, you try and fail, try again. He ran to where the hole was supposed to be, bounced off of the offensive lineman, went back a yard or 2, and then just went and found a different hole.
All right, yeah. Keep running to daylight.
Right.
It's nighttime.
Pretty
But,
nice.
these aren't very big running backs that are coming in, these sophomores. 5'8", 155. You've got Tiffany at 5'7", 130. Kind of smaller guys. Here's a snap and hand off to Thagard. Again, he's doing the job. The little guy who could inside the 10, depending on the spot. It should be a first down. And it is. First down and goal. Mingus from the 9-yard line. Well, he's not big, but he runs hard. Taylor Thagard.
Well, Charles Novak blocking for him up front, picks him up off the turf and gives him a little pat.
Now, old Novak, he's another one that's been getting some PT here in the second half, Jackie.
Mm-hmm.
Novak, a sophomore, 5'8", 190-pound lineman. Clock down to 4 minutes left to go. It's first down and goal. Mingus from the 9-yard line of the Camp Verde Cowboys. 68-8, the Marauders lead. That 8 is going to sting.
Yeah. Zach Simmons in here playing on a tight end position.
Oh, and here's a fumble on the snap. Karen's able to cover it. Brings up second down and goal from the 11.
Well, that's an oops.
Yeah.
Looks like the Marauders cover.
Never came out from under center with it.
That fumble. It's still first and goal from the 11-yard line.
Clock will continue to run and hasn't stopped since the Marauders went up 42-0 in the first half. It is now 68-8 with 3:22 left to go here in the ball game. The Marauders have it. Second down and goal now from the 11-yard line. Play run in from the sideline, and looks like it's number 2, Anthony Lopez, running it in, and he seems excited.
Yep. Call my number.
Yeah, right. Coach said throw it to me.
Right. Fade pattern.
Hey, what'd you throw it to him for? He said to. Here's a snap and a handoff coming to the right side, and it's going to be Tiffany who is rolled at the 5, which will bring up third down and goal from the 5-yard line here for Mingus.
Well, same thing. Tiffany right there gets extra yardage off the cartwheel.
Right. They pick him up and throw him. That's like the midget tossing. You ever see that?
No, I haven't seen
What's that look like? Pick him up and throw him to the ground.
Well, he'll pick up 6 yards. Little blast of speed there. If your helmet touches the turf first, you're not actually down, right?
Oh, I think you are. Pretty sure. Well, clock still running. Mingus talking things over with the official.
Well, here's the other side of the coin. I mean, if you're out there on the field right now, you don't want that clock rolling. You want this fourth quarter to go on for like 2 days because this is your chance.
Right.
This is your shot.
Here come the Marauders back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd down and goal, under 2 minutes to go in the ball game. Here's a snap. Handoff going up the middle, and he's got away into the end zone. Touchdown! Taylor Thacker takes it to the house, and the Marauders extend the lead. Now it's going to be, 74-8 with 1:48 left to go here in the ball game, and the extra point attempt for Marley Yares coming up. She's missed her last 2. Time to get back on track.
I ran out of room. I got to extend my spreadsheet here.
Nice. We like extending the spreadsheets. Tanner Karen, the quarterback, in the hold, and the snap is fumbled, and everybody's just getting away from it. And the Cowboys will cover it up. So the extra point's no good. 1:48 left to go in the game. It's 74-8. The Mingus Marauders with... Jackie, I'm trying to think. The only time I remember the Marauders scoring more points than this was the 77-44 playoff game against Centennial back in the 1997 season.
Right.
Can't remember more than 74 points on the board at any time.
I do not. Beyond that, there was a Page game that was 63-0 at halftime.
Yeah, but I don't think we scored any more in that game because we punted the ball away on 1st and 10 in the second half.
Right. Right. There was a Chin Lee game that was close.
Oh, yeah, close. I mean, close to being score discrepancy.
Close to the score, yes. Chin Lee could make playoffs.
Isn't that something? They're right now they're in the 15th position. They're not even in the last position.
I know. They don't play this week, so they have no way to control their fate.
No, they just need some of the teams around them and especially behind them to lose.
Right.
Here's the kickoff. Kadera kicks it off high and deep. And it goes through the hands of number 20, Jordan Ray, and it goes into the end zone for a touchback. 1:44 left to go here in the ball game, and the Camp Verde Cowboys will start 1st and 10 from their 20-yard line, trailing 74-8.
Yeah, I got all excited and forgot high school rules there for a second. As soon as I saw him touch it, I thought, oh, live ball, live ball.
Yeah, go get it. Yeah, right.
Whoops.
Not if it goes in the end zone.
Nope, doesn't matter. Unless, of course, you pitch it back there personally and on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Then it becomes a live
fumble.
Ball. Yes.
And here comes big old number 59 in the ball game. Can't wait to play a little football.
They did stop the clock on the possession change, though.
Yep, stop it on the possession change, and as soon as they get to the line of scrimmage and snap it, this thing will run out. Unless they throw it. And even then, I think it doesn't matter because the continuous clock is continuous clock. Awaiting the snap, low ball, takes it and fakes the handoff, rolling to his right. Looking to throw, it's up, it's down the field, and it is caught for a 1st down, and the Marauders will catch up to him and tackle him, but not before a huge gain to the Marauder 41-yard line. Catch made that time by Tyler Dickey, and it's a 1st down to the Mingus 41. Big play.
34 yards on the reception,
36.
downfield. Oh, pardon me, 36. That was a step back and chuck.
39. From the Marauder 41, here's the snap. And low ball looking to throw deep down the left-hand side. He's got a man again, and it hit him in the hands, and he dropped it, and that's their man. Doug Ashley had a touchdown, couldn't catch the ball, and the clock stopped.
Well, getting his hand on it again was Anthony Lopez, but this time very late, just tipping it.
A-low.
And he didn't tip it up this time.
No, right, yeah, tip that baby down if you can. 63 seconds left to go here in the ball game. And once they set the ball, I believe they'll start running the clock, as continuous clock means it's supposed to not stop running, right?
Well, hence continuous, yes.
Yeah.
Now, how about this? Lopez comes out there, and he gets guarding duty for Doug Ashley.
Right?
Yeah.
Here's the 2nd down and 10 play. Low ball, pump fake, low ball, flushed out of the pocket, throws to the right side, and it's incomplete. Would have been short of a 1st down.
But it would have been a spectacular catch if he would have been able to stay in bounds.
Yep, and that's that kid, number 35, Ryan Dufresne. Again, the intended receiver. Best play of the night for Dufresne was when he tried to make a goal line stand at the goal line and got hammered by Tyler Herndon as Herndon ran right through him for a touchdown.
Well, you take that film and then you take it to your physics class to show momentum, the power of momentum. This person's not moving, this person is.
Speed, power, and a little guy at the goal line. 3rd down and 10. Now Lobaugh from the gun takes a snap, hands off. No, he drops back to throw. And going deep down the left-hand side. And the only guy that sees it is Ashley. He turned around and tried to cut back to the ball and slipped and fell down and was unable to come up with a catch. So now clock stopped again for some reason. 48 seconds left to go. It's 4th down and 10. Camp Verde with the ball and in trouble here, trailing 74-8.
Well, I wasn't sure that if his wideout, Felix, actually stepped on him as they crossed patterns looking at that ball.
Could be. Could be, because there's a lot of contact down there, and the ball fell incomplete. Fortunately for Mingus, because I don't think the Marauder defenders knew where it was.
Oh, no, it was thrown too short.
Yeah, it was thrown short. 4th down and 10. Cowboys with the rock at the Marauder 41. Man in motion out of the backfield, rolls to the right-hand side. Here's a snap, and looking to throw, in trouble. Lobaugh sacked by number 44. A big sack for Mingus. A loss on the play of about 13 yards, and the Marauders will get it back on downs. 1st down and 10. Mingus from the Camp Verde 46-yard line. 40 seconds left to go. You'd have to imagine this is going to be the victory formation for the Marauders, and Mingus will end the season with a record of 7-3. Camp Verde will fall to 1-9. The Marauders most likely with this victory tonight have held on to home field advantage in the first round of the playoffs. That's the only time you can get it in Division 4. Weirdly enough, one of the only divisions that goes to a neutral site in the second round. Most divisions, first 2 rounds are at the higher seed, and then they go to neutral site. Division 4, first playoff game, higher seed at home, and then after that it goes neutral site. Tanner Karen takes a snap, takes a knee, and that's the end of the ball game. The Marauders win it 74-8 over the Camp Verde Cowboys. Mingus headed to the playoffs next week. Camp Verde headed back to the drawing board. We'll be back to Mingus High School for the post-game report coming up after this.
Keep your vehicle on the road and running right for less with Reese's Tire in Cottonwood. The Reese's Tire Car Care Club Card never expires, and you'll save almost $475 off car care services. For only $89.95, you'll get 4 free oil changes, plus discounts on brakes, AC service, batteries, and of course, savings on tires too.
Come into Reese's Tire and Auto and ask us about our Car Care Club Card.
At 2435 East State Route 89A in Cottonwood.
Your local Taco Bell invites you to Live Moss. Try the Doritos Locos Tacos today, made with a shell of real nacho cheese Dorito chips. Convenient hours, drive-through, and open late every night. Visit your local Taco Bell, located on the corner of Highway 89A and Cove Parkway in Cottonwood. Taco Bell. Live Moss.
Service, convenience, price. Taylor Waste is locally owned and voted #1 in residential garbage collection for the past 8 years in a row. And right now, new customers will enjoy 2 months free service with your switch to Taylor Waste. Add an extra container and take part in Taylor Waste's popular clean recycling program as well.
Hi, I'm Chris Taylor, owner of Taylor Waste. We're proud to serve our friends and neighbors with service tailored to your needs.
Each year, the faces change, yet the will to test one's passion remains the same. A courage that fosters a sense of pride in each of us. Keeping that pride strong and healthy is our job.
That hurts a lot, huh?
World-class therapists, nurses, and orthopedic surgeons focused on keeping our athletes in the game. From prevention, diagnosis, treatment, and the latest in non-invasive surgical techniques, you can feel confident that we're on the sideline, ready when you need us.
Back at Mingus High School, fans watching on television, you can see after this game, both teams headed out to midfield on the M there. Everybody took a knee, and both coaching staffs got together, and they ended this game together out there on the field. A nice show of sportsmanship by both squads here as the Marauders win the game 74-8 over the Camp Verde Cowboys. A little payback for last year. The Mingus Marauders now will head to the playoffs with a home playoff game we expect next week, and we just have to wait wait and find out who the opponent's going to be. The Marauders look great tonight, JB. We hope they can continue this momentum into the playoffs against which will be a much stiffer opponent next week.
Well, most likely so. And what a great show of sportsmanship to finish this game with both squads, as close to a hometown rival as you can get. Cottonwood and Camp Verde finishing the game on the M together.
A little kumbaya to end the game.
Yeah, that's right, my lord. Okay. Well, I absolutely love that, and that is a great way to finish the game. And Mingus wished Camp Verde well last year after they won and went on to playoffs. They went farther in the playoffs than the Mingus Marauders did, and ran into some stiff competition from Northwest Christian, who looks almost unbeatable again. Yuma Catholic for Division 5 is just absolutely a terror. But here tonight, Mingus has got, they've done their part. They've done their part. They had to win in order to ensure themselves a playoff spot. And now it's a matter of where do we go from here. And that's going to depend on everybody else and all the numbers. What we know so far is Blue Ridge has been taking it to Winslow 40-0. And that is great news for the Mingus Marauders. Because if Winslow loses, they will drop behind the Mingus Marauders. Mingus will move up to a 6th position. And then we've got to see what happens with Monument Valley. We don't know what's going on with them. And Window Rock, they're in a different time zone anyway. We'll figure it out. Flagstaff was beating Page 35-0 the last we heard, and it was a close one between Bradshaw and Kingman. Kingman, the Bulldogs, winning that one 18-17 last we heard. Estrella Foothills. There we go. 34-7 over Wickenburg, the last one we heard, and they are sitting number 5. So it goes Blue Ridge, Sholo, Seton, Snowflake, Estrella Foothills, and then it went Winslow and Mingus. So Mingus could be moving up, but then we've got to see what happens. River Valley sitting right behind us at number 9.
Monument Valley.
Monument Valley sitting behind us at number 8. River Valley sitting behind us at 9. And they will play Mojave here tonight. Buckeye has, Youngster will be their opponent, or is their opponent tonight, also a 4-5 team. So depending on what happens with that, that's going to make the moves. Whatever happens here, we're going to find out tomorrow morning from the coaching staff and see who our opponent would be. Now going into tonight's game, if nothing changed and everybody stayed exactly the same way they were, then we would play number 10. All right, Buckeye.
It's just fun to say. Going down to Buckeye. Well, we're not. Buckeye would be coming up here.
Exactly.
Better. That's an old Funk Junkie song for our fans that are informed.
For those that would be educated, right?
Right. The Funk Junkie fans.
Right. Okay, well, we'll let both of them know. Now, Buckeye at the beginning of the year, according to all the polls, was supposed to win Section 3.
Right.
And they have had some stiff competition. They're going into tonight 6-3, just like the Mingus Marauders. Their losses, one of them coming to Desert Edge.
Okay, and are they one of the Yuma Catholic casualties also?
They are indeed.
See, that team's been tough on our division this year.
They have been. Yuma said, I like Division 3.
Yeah, right. We may as well play up.
Right. No kidding. But no, we'll stay right here. We're a perennial. But a loss to Yuma Catholic, who is beaten up on a lot of teams here in Division 4. A loss to Desert Edge, who is number 1.
A good team, yeah.
Yeah, seeded number 1 in Division 3. So those two losses, understandable. The other one coming to Estrella Foothills.
Right, which is another team that's ranked ahead of both of us.
Right.
So they've got 3 losses to good teams.
Exactly.
Mingus, on the other hand, has 3 losses to really good teams.
Right.
So that would be an interesting matchup.
Oh, it would be. A little bit more equal than I would prefer in the first round, perhaps, though.
Right. Right. In the first round, you want to see the Chinleys and the Monument Valleys and the Paysons and teams like that.
Exactly. Now, Payson's still an opportunity, too, especially if somebody in the 9-10 category happens to lose and it gets all shuffled again.
You never know.
No, I know.
Like last week. Who would have thought that you'd have 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 all lose on the same weekend?
Statistically, it's almost impossible.
It's almost impossible because they have to play each other.
Right. And the only 2 wins in the top 10 that play each other.
Right. Teams that play the other top 10 teams. Yeah. Right. It's crazy.
Yeah, I know.
High school football.
Everybody else fell to teams not expected to win them, so I guess they were mostly upsets.
Right. And the other thing about that, it was like the teams that were behind that, like 11 through 16, the other playoff teams, they were so far behind that even though they won, they didn't win. They didn't give them enough points to catch up to any of these teams. So everybody from last week pretty much just stayed right where they were.
Right.
Well, minor shuffling here and there, but everybody pretty much stayed at home, which is what Mingus did.
Right.
Mingus went into last week number 7, lost, came out of last week number 7.
Right. Do-over.
Yeah, which was good.
Yeah.
Because we were all the way home for 3 hours. Man, we're going to be on the road. We're going to be up in Chinle or something stupid. And then instead we get home and like, ooh, they lost. Ooh, they lost. Ooh, they lost. Hey, we're going to have a chance. If we beat Camp Verde, we should be at home for the playoffs. And I still think that's how it's going to work. I mean, it looks like it. Sitting at the number 7 spot, the win should keep us up in the top because I'm not sure any of those teams behind us with a win will be able to pass us as far as schedule strength goes.
That all depends on the formula, and the piece to the formula that says the team that you just beat has X amount of wins versus the team they just beat that has, well, more wins than your team, and how does that play out? That is all the mysterious question.
It is. All right, fans, let's take a quick break right now. We'll come back with some more stats from tonight's ball game. The Mingus Marauders, a lot of stats we're going to go over when we come back after this.
Welcome to the Cottonwood Recreation Center. We would like to invite you to come on in.
Come on in.
Our whole team is here to help you get the most out of each workout here at the Cottonwood Recreation Center.
Marauders fans, take note. Renegade Steakhouse is the place to enjoy good food, good friends, and good times. From Wrangler's Prime Rib to Cowboy Caviar, and from Cactus Fries to Cowboy Burgers, it's all here waiting for you. I'm Ty Stite, inviting you to visit us at Renegade Steakhouse, where we do things with a style all our own.
Verde Valley Connections is your source for primary medical care.
Verde Valley Connections is here for you. We're taking new patients every day. Just give us a call and we'll set you up with an appointment, or stop in and we'll try to work you in.
We'll take the time to get to know you.
And if you need a prescription, our pharmacy is right here in the lobby.
Whether you're new in town or just don't have a primary care connection,
Verde Valley Connections is here for you.
Call 634-2236 and ask for Connections.
Would you rather recycle like this or like this? Clean Recycling processes over 95% of the materials collected as opposed to under 20% with other processes. Just add a recycling container and your recycling materials end up recycled instead of in the landfill. Just one of the many reasons Taylor Waste has been voted #1 for the past 9 years in a row.
Hi, I'm Chris Taylor, owner of Taylor Waste. We're proud to serve our friends and neighbors with service tailored to your needs.
Back at Mingus High School, 74-8, the Marauders victorious tonight. Mingus ends the regular season with a record of 7-3. Camp Verde falls to 1-9 on what was a tumultuous season for the Camp Verde Cowboys. They did pick up a win last week, so congratulations to them for that, but not a very good season for the Cowboys, JB, and they got hammered here tonight by the Mingus Marauders, who started the scoring early and kept it rolling all night long.
Well, yeah, and changed out personnel with the same effect and the same result. Mingus would score first, middle, and last, basically out here tonight. First quarter action, a little more than 9 3/4 minutes left to go. And a 21-yard scamper by Dakota Hanks as he finds the right side of the end zone. Mingus was up 6-0. The Cadera extra point made it 7-0. And then 5:45 left to go, still first quarter action. A 46-yard breakaway by Herndon, his first touchdown of the game, and that would set up the Mingus Marauders with the extra point, 14-0, as he finds the end zone to the left side this time for the Marauders. Then second quarter action, Mingus at the end of the first quarter led 14-0. Second quarter action just underway, 11:27. Herndon gets his second touchdown of the game as we view the well-used cannon here tonight. Boomer, 5-yard run by Herndon. Great block downfield. Excellent block, clearing block, drove him out of the end zone block, and Mingus was up 21-0 with the Cadera extra point. Still second quarter, 8:22 left to go, and a 3-yard dive by Dakota Hanks gets Mingus up by 4 scores and, well, gives Dakota 2 scores on the night. A 3-yard run for that one, and it was just less than 3 minutes left to beyond that one. Still second quarter, next possession for the Marauders. 5:50 left to go, and Brandon Kitchen would get his first touch of the night from the wingback position, and he makes it count for 6. Comes around the right-hand side, right behind the tackle, and boom, a hole, and he was gone. Nobody able to catch him. Outruns the defense. There's the safety. He's got a shot. No. Too late. You got to dive somewhere around the 5-yard line if you're going to go for that. And 56-yard touchdown by Kitchen. Extra point was good by Cadera, and Mingus was up 35-0. It was getting out of hand early. Still second quarter action, 3:25 left to go, and Dakota Hanks gets his third touchdown of the game. Certainly agreed with this one because he set himself up with a big old huge run. And then dots the I for the touchdown. And Hanks had 3 on the game at that point. Cadera was perfect. 42-0 at that point. Still second quarter action with 49 seconds left to go. The clock going continuous. A 64-yard interception return by Brewer. Falls just short of the touchdown. 4 yards left to go. Herndon says, I'll carry it the rest of the way, bud, and gets the final 4 yards. If you're watching the television right now, here is the 64-yard interception return by Brewer, and he had fun with that. Oh, nice block. Got to see who. Oh, that was Pelletier. Laid his man out, and right there at the 4-yard line, how do you mark that at the 4?
Tripped over, yeah, right. Just tripped over number 5 there.
Yes. Down by tripping. That's a penalty, isn't it?
It should be.
Right,
exactly.
Not
if you're rolling around on the ground, the guy falls over you.
Yeah, that's
called
true.
A tackle.
Yeah, right. And then here's Herndon's touchdown run as he runs through the Camp Verde Cowboy and gets in for the score. And Uris comes in for the extra point, and she gets it through. It was 49-0 at halftime. Third quarter action, Mingus would keep pouring it on. They'd get the ball first in the first or second half, rather. And first touch from the line of scrimmage, 11:41. Let's see, what senior hasn't played in the backfield yet here today? Oh, Longfellow. And here's the result. 53 yards. We'll go right. We'll go left. We'll go right. No, we'll go left. And finds the end zone for the touchdown. One touchdown for the senior Longfellow. Great job. Happy to see him do that. Uris gets the extra point, and it was 56-0. 5 minutes left to go, 5:02 to be exact. A 16-yard touchdown carried by Rios, as Rios would come in and make his presence known for the Mingus Marauders. He would sweep to the left, follow his blocks, push one man into a block, and then find the corner, and Rios scores 6. It was 62-0 as the extra point was no good, and that was the first error for the Mingus Marauders in the game. Fourth quarter would roll around. Mingus would continue to score. 11:44 left to go. And Herb Tiffany would get the ball as Mingus goes into some of the younger players for the Marauders here tonight. And Tiffany finds the end zone from 4 yards out for the Mingus Marauders for his first score of the season for the varsity squad. And the extra point was no good, and Mingus led 68-0 at that point. 7:19 left to go, and Camp Verde would get on the board. Lobar finds Ashley for 23 yards, puts the ball up. Great defense here, almost intercepted. Oh, through the paws. Look, he gets both hands on it and just falls short of the stickum. And a great job, absolutely great job by Ashley keeping concentration.
Yeah, right.
and takes the tip ball in for 6. The 2-point conversion was also good as low ball found Dufresne in the back of the end zone for the 2-point conversion. And the Cowboys were on the board with 8, 68-8. Then Mingus would score again, almost trying not to. Fourth quarter late, 1:48 left to go. Mingus taking, about 6 minutes between plays, and a 5-yard dash by Thaggart as, well, and the players on the field were like, come on, hurry up with the play, man. The clock's rolling, we want our chance to play.
All right.
And Thaggart goes in from 5 yards out and puts the Mingus Marauders up 74-8 as the bad snap denies Mingus the extra point. He runs to the left, and that was a third down play, too. A little bit of pressure there for the young man and finds the hole.
Did he end up with 3 touchdowns also, or he only scored 2, Thaggart?
Thaggart, you know what? Let me look it up here.
All right, well, we got time.
Yeah, we do? No, I've got him for 1.
Oh.
I got Longfellow 1 in the second half, Tiffany for 1 in the second half.
Oh, Tiffany, right. Yeah, Tiffany scored 1 also. That's right.
Yep. Well, 5 and 9, almost interchangeable.
Both guys, yeah, right. Yeah. Both guys about 5'7", 130 pounds or so.
Little guys for the Mingus Marauders, not little guys, just upcoming guys, young guys, sophomores, as getting a chance to run the ball for the Marauders, which is absolutely fantastic. Hey, a chance at future Marauders out there.
Yeah,
huh?
A couple of future Marauders out there. A couple of young men we know real well.
Yep, and talking about, okay, this is our end zone. We'll spend a lot of time here.
Yep, standing here with the ball, my hands in the air.
Exactly. I'll dive again at the 10.
There's Pete doing his up-downs, 5-yard up-downs, trying to get better. He's got playoffs coming up, JB. They got a bye week this week, but Bears play at home.
Yes.
Next week, we don't know what time. The Cottonwood Colts play at home next week, and we don't know what time, but both teams have home games next week. So if they both win, they both have home games a week after that because they play each other.
Oh, gosh. Don't you hate that?
Yeah, well.
So they're going to collide in the semifinals.
Right.
Yeah.
With the winner of that most likely playing Williams for the championship.
Well, here on Channel 2, if you were watching on Verde Valley Television, I'm going to kind of break the news for you. We're looking to cover the playoffs for youth football, which would be the 3rd and 4th place team and the championship game for Mighty Mites, youth, and for the Majors division. So that would be a total of 6 games that during the course of the end of November, beginning of December, we're going to get rolling and play several times so you get a chance to take a look at all of these upcoming young men playing football here in the Cottonwood area and maybe a few glimpses of future cheerleaders as well.
All right. Well, that's always good. Spread the love.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Hey, let's look at some of the individual stats. Let's start with the visiting Camp Verde Cowboys here tonight as they come to the Mingus Marauders. Loba did not do well in the first half, but second half able to find some yardage, goes 7 for 18 in his final game as a senior for the Camp Verde Cowboys. 99 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 pick out there by Brewer. Carrying the ball, Ashley had 8 carries, 25 yards, and no touchdowns on the ground, but he had 1 receiving touchdown, and in fact had most of their receiving yards in the air as well. Let's see, how many yards did he have? 69 yards off of 6 receptions in the game. 79 rushing yards, 99 passing yards, 178 yards total. The Mingus Marauders held this Camp Verde squad in the first half to about 53 yards of offense, so they really able to turn it on in the second half and get the ball moving a little bit. Yeah,
and a lot of that was in those last couple of drives, and the Marauders had really went to their bench and brought in a lot of the backup guys and the younger guys, and that was when Camp Verde was able to move the ball a little.
Well, not so much that as placing people out of position, too. You had offensive linemen on the defensive line or offensive linemen playing linebacker. So he had a lot of players out of position, but I'm glad a lot of seniors got an opportunity to play here tonight on senior night. For the victorious Mingus Marauders, they put up 443 yards, and holy cow, all of it was on the ground. Mingus only attempted 4 passes here today, and Simmons got rushed on a couple of them and missed the others. He ends up 0 for 4 throwing the ball, and the Mingus really didn't throw the ball at all here tonight, but didn't have to. Herndon, 5 carries, 89 yards, 3 touchdowns. That is a figure of efficiency out there. Dakota Hanks almost outdoing him. Not on the average, though. Not on the average. He's 2 points behind him on the average. 7 carries, 110 yards, 3 touchdowns as well, but 443 rushing yards. Whoever gets this film is going to go, oh my goodness.
Your 2 starting running backs have 12 carries for 199 yards and 6 touchdowns.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, and you score a touchdown, half the carries, 6 touchdowns on 12 carries. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Well, in the first half, Mingus, it was all big plays. It was short fields and big plays. Mingus could move the ball at will and literally was getting getting more than a point per play in the first half.
Yeah, they were doing a nice job in moving the ball and building that confidence. All right, fans, so final score 74-8. The Marauders with a victory tonight. Let's take a final break right here, and we'll be back with our player of the game, our Vinny's Pizza player of the game, coming up after this.
Keep your vehicle on the road and running right for less with Reese's Tire in Cottonwood. The Reese's Tire Car Care Club card never expires, and you'll save almost $475 off car care services. For only $89.95, you'll get 4 free oil changes, plus discounts on brakes, AC service, batteries, and of course, savings on tires too.
Come into Reese's Tire and Auto and ask us about our Car Care Club card.
At 2435 East State Route 89A in Cottonwood.
2 things we can count on every year:
a new set of tax rules and great weather here in northern Arizona.
Jackson Hewitt Tax Service, locally owned and operated by Lewis Rice since 1997, is here for you all year long.
Your neighborhood Jackson Hewitt Tax Office will help you in all of your taxing situations.
Electronic filing is always free with your tax preparation at Jackson Hewitt Tax Service.
Get more in return. Call 1-800-234-1040 for an office near you.
Welcome to the Cottonwood Recreation Center. We would like to invite you to come on in.
Come on in.
Our whole team is here to help you get the most out of each workout here at the Cottonwood Recreation Center.
Verde Valley Connections is your source for primary medical care.
Verde Valley Connections is here for you. We're taking new patients every day. Just give us a call and we'll set you up with an appointment, or stop in and we'll try to work you in.
We'll take the time to get to know you.
And if you need a prescription, our pharmacy is right here in the lobby.
Whether you're new in town or just don't have a primary care connection,
Verde Valley Connections is here for you.
Call 634-2236 and ask for Connections.
Back at Mingus High School, final score 74-8. The Mingus Marauders trounced the Camp Verde Cowboys tonight in the final game of the regular season. The Marauders getting touchdowns all over the field. They were getting 3 from Tyler Herndon. They got 3 from Dakota Hanks. They got a touchdown from Brennan Kitchen. They got a touchdown from Longfell. They were getting touchdowns from everybody tonight. Thagard scored a touchdown. They got a touchdown from Herb Tiffany, I believe. Everybody was getting in the end zone tonight for the Mingus Marauders, and a big victory and a big win here for the Marauders. Speaking of players of the game, our Vinny's Pizza player of the game, you got 2 running backs, 12 carries, 6 touchdowns. Tyler Herndon and Dakota Hanks are Vinny's Pizzeria players of the game. Hanks and Herndon, H&H coming through with a big dub tonight for the Mingus Marauders.
And they win their very own space on the wall there at Vinny's Pizzeria in the Safeway Shopping Center, Cottonwood.
And look at this finish to this run by Tyler Herndon, our fans watching at home. Little whammy at the goal line for his 3rd touchdown of the game. And Tyler Herndon and Dakota Hanks, it's been great watching both those players all year long as we now head into the 2nd season. The playoffs start next Friday night. We expect it to start right here at Mingus High School. We'd love to have you out. You can make plans to be here next Friday to cheer this Mingus Marauder team on to a victory. They'd love to have the fans out here making this place crazy and the first round of the playoffs.
Oh, no, it should be fun, and this is where you get a chance to turn it on and finally Mingus has turned the momentum around. The last couple of games, you started wondering, you don't want to back into playoffs.
Nope.
But Mingus has definitely turned it around here, the final game of the season. See if we can take this momentum and move it forward.
74 points on the board. That's a lot of Mo heading the Marauders' way. All right, fans, final score, 74-8. The Marauders with the victory, 7-3 on the season. Camp Verde ends their season at 1-9. For Jackie Bessler, I'm Zach Calandra. And hold on. Look, they finally figured it out. They've given me the list. We'd like to thank our camera operators throughout the season. Angelica Milnarchik, Dakota Jones, J.C. Lawler, King Jay from Sears, Jay Pond, Abby Kwiatkowski, and Jeff Alson for being our camera people. We'd also like to thank our producers back in our truck behind us here, behind the cave, which include Nick Yatsenko and our executive producer, Ryan Nichols. For Jackie Bessler, I'm Zach Calandra. We'll talk to you next Friday night from here in the cave, we hope, as the Marauders host the first round of the playoffs. Final score, 74-8. Mingus with a victory over Camp Verde. Everybody have a great weekend. Be careful out there trick-or-treating. Keep an eye on your youngsters on Wednesday night. And we'll talk to you next Friday from right here at Mingus High.
All